And again, good evening, everybody. The red-hot Ottawa Senators in the red road uniforms. The Leafs at home in the white, trimmed with blue. Patrick Lalime, 5-1 in the playoffs now. 4 shutouts, 98% is his save percentage. Isn't that something? Curtis Joseph has got to step up like he did in Game 7 against the New York Islanders. He's won 4 and lost 4 to date. Bill McCreary, the senior referee. Along with him will be Don Van Massenhoven. Greg Dvorsky and Brian Murphy are the linesmen. Starting for the Maple Leafs tonight, McCabe is on the blue line. He's with Eriksson. Cauley, Holton, and Roberts is the line up front. Chara, Redden for Ottawa. Kecker and Fisher and Hossa starting up front for the Sens. This is Eriksson, number 44, and coming to center. The pass got away at the blue line. He tried to hit McCauley. Big Zdeno Chara got the puck out to center, and the Leafs are on it. Crowd is in it early, hoping they can get the first goal maybe in this second game. McCauley tried the shot, hit a leg, and went wide. McCabe in from the blue line, keeps it in. Redden around his own net. Quick pass, gets Ottawa away to center. Hossa ripped one right on, and Joseph the stick save. They're changing early again, these Senators are. Harley flipped it to the far side. Now Tucker just missed that. Outside his own blue line. The Sens knock it in there. Alfredson. And he has Brunet coming up to help. Alfredson missed that. A little bit high for him. And out comes Reichel. Up there with Tucker. The shot on. Easily grabbed by Lalime. And he will hold it.
Well, the Leafs are forced to make some more lineup changes. Here are the 4 lines that they're going to play, at least start with. And you can see that Volk and Ponikarovsky are out. And Eriksson and Wren are in. So here are the scratches. 5 regulars out, plus McLean, who played a little bit, and Ponikarovsky, who got hurt. Anders Eriksson is in. He has played 34 games this year for Toronto, but not recently.
Haberle. Looks like he might take the shot from the line. Faked it. He's threw it to the corner. The Leafs controlled it in there. And Haberle now will get set at the line. On his backhand, he has to go to the far corner with it. And Salo can't get the puck out. Tucker is over there on the boards with McGillney. It comes loose. Tucker stopped his man, but it's cleared down the ice, and Alfredson is going to get in there. Alfredson in on goal. Centering pass. What a great save by Curtis Joseph. That's the first big scoring chance. And Joseph comes up with a terrific save. 2 Ottawa Senators were in. It looked for sure like they had the first goal.
Well, the Leafs defenseman McCabe got trapped, and Robert Reichel filled in for him, but he couldn't catch Alfredson. So it was a 2-on-1. The sprawl there by the defenseman, and a great stop on Marian Hossa by the left pad of Curtis Joseph. And an early goal is taken right away from the Ottawa Senators.
What a beautiful save by Joseph in the early going of this game, too. 1:37 in for the record when he made that stop. There is no score. Referee standing there. McCreary tells them to move it. They do. And Berg is behind the net with Arvidsson coming up. Arrest him. Back for Domi. He has to go back, and a dangerous pass. Got away with that. It pushed ahead to center. Green flips it in. Horson is coming up on the forecheck. The goalie is out. Horson tried to center it. He got back inside. Now here's a shot by Green. That's through the crease, out the other side. And Arvidsson clears the puck to center. Ottawa have 3 up there in front. Shoots it in. They're turning to go off on a change again. Horson back in. From center. Took a hit from Hull as he flipped the puck in. Ottawa back out. Chara just got away from that hit coming from Corson. Neal shoots the puck from center ice. Cave is back to watch it. 2 Ottawa players on the boards. Ylonen tried to move it. Gets into the corner all right. Ylonen comes up to pick it up around the net. Gets away from McCabe. Back the puck up, and Eriksson will move it for Toronto. Leafs get it to the line, not out yet. Ottawa forcing the play and stopping Healy from moving it. Healy, a second effort, gets it to the line. Hull stopped him again. Chara trying to root it loose. Now fired back to Corson, he got it to center. Ottawa is checking. And again, Red outside the line, waited. Hossa pounded just outside the blue line. Ottawa is making quick changes. So are the Leafs, coming up to the 4-minute mark of the first period. There is no score yet. Ottawa 3, and the shots are on a 1. Ottawa losing the puck at center. Here's a chance. Coming in, Wren! And he tried the centering pass. He might have had the shot himself. Bob Wren, number 33, 73 points with St. John's in the American Hockey League this season. He was the second highest scorer down there, and what a chance he had there to give Toronto the lead.
And he had 12 points, Wren did, in the 11 playoff games for St. John's. He gets an early chance for a goal or an assist here. He decides to make the pass, but the sprawl by Phillips takes the 2-on-1 rush away. Because if the pass had got through, it would have been one on the goaltender. Nice play by Phillips.
Each team now has had a glorious scoring opportunity early here in Game 2. Puck in the center ice zone. Alfredson tapped at it. It's in behind the Leaf net quickly. Toronto back. This is McCauley. He's skating better every game. Chopped through center by Roberts. He's offside. Little league whistle, but he was indeed offside ahead of the play.
The Ottawa Senators are playing their 7th playoff game, and they've not changed their roster at all, and they've not changed their lines at all. Here are the 4 that started Game 1 against Philadelphia, and here are the 6 that did the same thing. And that's an amazing thing in the playoffs, that somebody didn't get nicked up or somebody didn't play as well as the coach would have liked. So it's been an easy job for Jacques Martin to fill out the lineup card every night of these playoffs.
Bonk comes on to take the face-off. He has Martin Havlat with him on the right side. And Arvidsson plays the left wing. Toronto. Puck shot in by Carberlet. Domi, Green, and Corson in the line on there for the Maple Leafs now. No score, and it's shot down the ice. That'll be an icing call. It misses the net. The touch-up by Carberlet, so they bring it back.
Well, Pat Quinn missing 5 regulars in tonight's game, and these 4 who played most of the season in St. John's with the possible exception of Eriksson. There are the games in the American Hockey League with St. John's, and on the right, the games that they have played in Toronto. So without Yuskevich, Renberg, Sundin, Vault, and Cross, they're into the farm team.
Cross told me today he expects to be back for the first game in Ottawa on Monday. From the blue line, Pilasch's shot off a stick and just wide. Bodies flying in front of the net. Havlat flipped it in behind his own goal. Ottawa organizing. That was Domi who got knocked out. Domi swinging at the puck and missed it. Green put it up for Corson. Corson got away from the decision to get the puck in. Here comes Domi. In with a hit on 90. Now Corson hits him. 90 got 2 hits, and Domi will get the puck out at the blue line. Coming up there for the shot. Pilasch in too far. He's around the net. Center! Score! Travis Green hit the top corner on a beautiful setup. And the Maple Leafs get their first goal. 1-0.
For the Leafs starts with some good physical forechecking by Domi on 90. Then Corson comes in, and Ottawa never gets the puck back. As you're going to see, Pilasch, instead of shooting, circled the net. And nobody picked up Green, who snapped it by Lalime to make it 1-0 Toronto. So a good play by Corson and Domi on the forecheck. A smart play by Pilasch, and a goal by Green.
Travis Green makes it 1-0. That high shot, a one-timer. And Toronto has its first goal of the series. Ottawa back up to center now. McEachern gets this home, and Hossa taking the pass back in for McEachern. That doesn't work. And the Leafs get it down there. Reichel and McGillney are moving up, and on this side, Tucker rips the shot. That's right on. And Lalime had the angle on that. Green's goal, his second of the playoffs from Pilas Shandomi at 4:46.
Let's have another look. Pilas pinched in, couldn't shoot it, so circled the net. No Ottawa player took him, and then you can see Green got it over the left arm of Lalime to make it 1-0. So Pilas gets a nice assist, and Green, who's been one of the better Leaf forwards, scores the first of this game.
Bob Ryan is number 33 runner for the Maple Leafs. Could not win the draw. It's down through center, led by Sal. Into the zone it goes. Up there on the wing is Chris Neal. Leafs a little more aggressive to start this hockey game. They gave up 2 quick goals on power plays to Ottawa in game 1. Lost at 5-0. As you all know, I'm sure. Now it's 1-0 Toronto. Healy stopped at center. Sammy Salo played it back. Stolen by Healy. He went in there on the backhand. Decided to keep going. Now he falls in the corner along with Sal, who dropped the puck out to the line. And now through center, Hull lifts it into the zone, and Ottawa is changing quickly again. Okay. Through center. Give away that one. Alfredson of all people, and another big save by Curtis Joseph. That's twice he's been tested by sharp-shooting Ottawa players. And twice he has come up big. It's 1-0.
Brian McCabe on a neutral zone giveaway, the 4th one in the first 6 minutes. But this is the only one that resulted in a great scoring chance, and Joseph turns down Alfredson.
Toronto leads 1-0 on the Travis Green goal. Back at 4:46. We're coming up to the 7-minute mark of the first. In there in the wing. Brunel. Behind the net, Roberts. Got it away, but they'll have to come back again. Roberts missed that high pass from McCauley. Leafs get it in anyway. Oakland nearly had a chance. Off the glass and down the ice. Eriksson back. No icing. Waved off quickly. Eriksson now waits. Leafs get it up the center. McCabe, the other defenseman, drills the shot. That's off the leg, and again Alfredson nearly got away. And that shot by McCabe. Alfredson controlled it beautifully, but now it's picked off by Hogan. He saw Caberlet come up, and he's over the line with it, but it's going to be an offside as Caberlet made 3 moves before he got to the line. A Colorado update. Okay, here's Ron.
Bob, thanks a lot. We mentioned earlier that Rob Blake had the second goal. We're going to show you that now, and it's a beauty. Look at Tanguay feed Blake from an impossible angle. Rob gets his second of the game, so it's 2-0 Avalanche, and then Peter Forsberg will score here as he banks it off the net, plays with it a bit behind the net, and eventually with the wraparound scores from Reinprecht and DeVries. It's 3-0 Avs.
Alfredson had a great chance to score. He's got a 5-game point streak in process. 4 goals, 5 assists for 9 points.
Detroit is winning up 2-0 in their series. Colorado looking stronger every minute. I don't think these are surprises. The Leafs here trying to tie this series with Ottawa. They're ahead in this first period, 1-0. And on the attack again. Sims tried to clear. Off the glass, it was high. Over Green's head. Green has scored the goal. He's on now with Domi and Corson. Domi is in for checking, so was Corson, but the Ottawa Sens get it up to center ice. Fisher nearly got loose. Now he brings it in, sets it up for Hossa. Hossa's low shot is wide. In behind the goal, Caberlet comes up with it. He was bodied off the puck, but they get it up the center. Domi didn't reach the pass. It was stopped in front of him, and the Sens shoot it in and change again. Maple Leafs get it down to center. Good play for Havlat. Got a stop by Joseph. Curtis Joseph is solid in the early going of this one. 5 Ottawa shots now. 3 by Toronto. One of them a goal. Here comes Tucker. Scores! Tucker makes it 2-0 on a high shot over Patrick Lalime. days can make.
Well, the Ottawa Senators, who only had a half a dozen giveaways in game one, have had two bad ones tonight, and both ended up in goals. And that one by Salo, who was not really hurried after taking the pass from Phillips. I don't know what he was doing. Tucker hops on the giveaway and puts it by Lalime. 2-0 Toronto.
8:20 the time of this goal. Green had made it 1-0 at 4:46. And now Tucker scores on a high shot, and a timeout has been called by this man.
Jacques Martin trying to settle his team down. Very inordinate panic by Ottawa in their own end. The 2 or 3 times they've been in there, and it's cost them goals. Ottawa's won 5 playoff games. They scored first in 4 of them. But here it is, Phillips to Salo to Tucker. McGillney was in there to kind of force Salo to give it away, and Tucker makes no mistake. Tucker did not practice yesterday and did not practice this morning. I don't know whether he's hurt or he's sick because the flu has run through the Leafs, but he gets some mustard on that shot.
Tucker makes it 2-0. Dan McGillis scored a goal in the first period of Game 5. And then Lalime went 120 minutes and 53 seconds before Green scored tonight. Jody Hull behind the net, centering pass. Wren covered his man beautifully in front of the goal. And the play called.
Lume was in the corner on his hands and knees for about 10 seconds. Referee Van Massenhoven saw him there, thought he was not going to be able to get up, and blew the whistle because of an injured player. Here's the hit on him. Neal puts him right into the glass, and then he stays there. The play goes for 10 seconds or so. When the Leafs get the puck, Van Massenhoven blows the whistle because he thought this guy was more seriously hurt. Here's the hit. The top body checker for Ottawa. Lands another one.
Lume being attended to on the bench. Chris Broadhurst, athletic therapist of the Maple Leafs. Leafs steal a puck again. Michael got it to Tucker again. He's tied up this time. Hall stays with him. Crowd wanted a penalty call, but Hall played it well. Played it beautifully. Hall takes the puck. Tucker was hit behind the net. And Neal gets it up to center ice. Ottawa attacks. Yalonen fired it to open ice. They're changing again as the Maple Leafs get it up to Eriksson, and he tossed it back. Cave goes the other way. Pass picked off. Again, the Maple Leafs stole it. Cawley in for McGillney around the net. Can't center that. It'll be cleared away by Brunet. Up the center, Alfredson over the line. Alfredson lost it. 90 put it in deep goal. In around the net. White trying to center. Brunet is with him. Brunet. White was down. Alfredson saw that and jumped in there quickly. He lost it near the line. Long shot. Joseph doesn't know where it is. It's behind the net. It hit him and got back there. Came through a screen and was deflected. Stopped again by Ottawa. The Leafs can't get the puck out. Joseph hollering directions. And he sees his team get it to center. Roberts is up there with Toronto coming on the attack. He lost it. Hogan was open in front, couldn't get it to him. Here's a break. Joseph is going to leave the net. He stays back in. And he made the right move again. Brunet was on a break. Joseph was going to come out. He found he couldn't make it, he said, and got back in. And that's his third big save of the period.
Curtis Joseph makes a great save here as Pilash disappears and Carverley can't stop the puck. And Brunet gets a one-on-one chance on Joseph, but can't score. This is the third huge stop in the first 11 minutes of this hockey game by Joseph. And the score still remains 2-0. Bob, the Ottawa Senators have been behind in only one game in these playoffs. up until this one.
9:44 left to play in the first period. They're behind in this one now. 2-0 is Tucker. Latest goal scorer for them. Gets the puck up over the line, and Philip Redden cleared it. Out across the line again. Tap back in. Phillips got it out again. Down the wing. Close up. Got the bucket. Cave fell in front of that one. And Tucker is going to come away. Got to the line at center. Being watched carefully by Redden. Takes a hit from Redden. Michael had one chance. And Wade Redden takes it behind the goal. Passes up off the boards and down the ice. The Leafs have lots of time to come back. 9 minutes left in the period. Shots are 7-4 Ottawa. Some huge scoring chances in those 7 shots. Fisher, low shot, stick save. Green got the first goal, now Domi. One man back, it's Sal. Domi waits for help. Tried to risk the shot at the net anyway, he missed. Came off the glass and Ottawa will clear it out. Fisher got it out to Sal. In with the drive, Joseph the save. Big rebound to the right, and Pilash was there. Moved it in a hurry this time to Domi. Cross ice pass. Got to center. The Leafs are going to get the zone. And Mike Carberlay with the brakes on. Here's Corson. He didn't see it come off his skate. Domi whacked at it the side of the net. Green trying to come out now. Green turns and he falls in the corner against 90. Domi ties up his man. The Leafs keep it in. Then behind the net. Green to the corner. Here's Corson trying to come out. He's out. Shot blocked. Laline down. And he finds it and hangs on to it. As this line of Green, Corson, and Domi is having another good shift.
Well, there was hardly any forechecking, successful forechecking by Toronto in Game 1. But they've had some good luck tonight. And here's a good example of what I'm talking about. Corson gets a wraparound chance. They can't score on it, but they force Lalim into a save. Here's another. This is the end of a pretty good forecheck. And Lalim, who has been unbeatable in the playoffs, or nearly unbeatable, and certainly in Game 1 was. In the first 6 games, 2 goals against and 166 shots, 2 for 5 tonight.
98.8% was his save percentage coming into this game. That's incredible.
Sure is.
Leafs had scored 2 goals down here in the first period. Are ahead 2-0. Goals by Green, his second of the playoffs. Tucker, his third. Bird pass right side. Dumped in by Toronto. Healy is up. Healy stops in the corner, leaves it for Bilak. Other side, Wren backhands it behind the goal again. Bilak is in there. Decision trying to stop him. He does. But he lost his stick in the process. Ottawa gets the puck out anyway. 3 of them come to center. 90, the defenseman, clipped it in and turns to head off to the bench. Bird slow getting back. Got hit then when he played it. At the line. Long shot. Big rebound off that shot by Redden. Kept in by Ottawa. Leafs. Bird knocked down in the corner by Chris Neal. Ylonen flipped it on the boards. Gets in deep. In around the net. They're trying to center. That's Brunet getting it out. Joseph down again. And he hangs on to this. He stopped the shot on the short side. There was a rebound. And he came out and smothered it.
Well, on the defensive zone coverage, the wingers have to make sure the point men don't waltz into the offensive area 20 or 30 feet in front. And that's exactly what happens. Healy finds Chara, but not till Chara gets a shot. You can get watching the game if you're not careful, and then you don't know where that point man goes. Joseph has made 3 spectacular stops. White gets this chance real early in the game on a 2-on-1 rush. Alfredson, the leading scorer for Ottawa, gets this chance on the giveaway by McCabe and can't put it in. And then Brunet gets in all alone on Joseph and can't beat him.
Faceoff gets to the corner. Alfredson trying to dig it off the boards. Carberlay will have none of that. Shot it away. Roberts did that. And Hoagland didn't see McCauley come up. McCauley comes in and gets the puck anyway. Pass in front of the net. Cleared away by Laline. Back down for Ottawa. The captain got it up through center ice to White. tried to cut inside in Carmelet and was stopped again. Now McCauley turns it up ice to Roberts. He waits for McCauley. Banked it in off the boards. Lalime coming out. Hoagland made the right move to go to the corner to pick it off. Roberts couldn't keep it in. And it's Chara again getting it up to Alfredson. At the leaf line, he has to go off, sending it in for Pilash. He turns away from Bonko, ran into the boards. Puck is lifted away. Pilash has dumped him behind the line as he cleared that one down the ice. It's an icing call. And he really got nailed inside the line by the Ottawa forechecker.
Roger Nielsen still buys his ties from the colorblind tie maker, and he is on the bench with Perry Fern upstairs today.
This is Eriksson in the lineup tonight, playing it off the boards behind the net. Jimmy didn't play that cleanly. Ottawa keeps it in. Bach ripped the shot right on. Joseph another save. Tapped up on the boards and down the ice now. Hi, Jimmy. Phillips was back. Shot it to the corner. Sallow gets it ahead. Ottawa moves it up. Hossa gets the Leaf zone. Backed off, and he saw the hit coming. Then the cave went in after Bach. Leafs calmly move it back out. Through the line is Carson. Domi up there with him. And coming up is Green. Penalty coming against Ottawa. The Leaf player coming in was tripped. And the first penalty of the game goes to the Ottawa Senators. Power play when we're back. Interference is the call, and Wade Redden, the defenseman, is a man who gets it on Domi.
Well, Domi's trying to get in for the forecheck, and Redden held him up and then hooked him and tripped him. And for that, he gets to her left.
14:51, the time of the penalty. Leafs lead 2-0. Bidding for another goal.
2 minutes for interference.
First power play of the game to Toronto.
51.
Outside, the foursome set up.
2 for interference.
Carmelet poked it in. The fifth man, McCabe, back to the blue line. Michael leaves it on the boards. There's McCabe. Carmelet is there with him. They stay outside, the three of them. Now they get it in front. Carmelet shot wide open. I think it hit Tucker as he was decked in front of the net. Kept on side. Carmelet to the other side. McCabe. Pass to the boards. I'm sure. Shot coming. And it's wide. And picked off by Fisher. Cleared.
Ottawa's penalty killing has been superb. 1 goal against in 17 times short up to this point.
Specialty teams have been terrific in the playoffs. Cleared again by Chara this time. 4:10 left in the period. 1 minute gone in that minor against Wade Redden. 2-0 Toronto. Up to center McCabe. Didn't hit center and he shot that in. That's not a good move because it's called icing, and the faceoff therefore will come back in the Leaf zone. We have a moment. Let's visit with Ron now. He has news from Colorado.
Okay, Bob, watch closely. Here's a shot by Joe Sakic. Might have touched Brad Stewart. Off the post, off the back of the net after video review. It stands Sakic from Forsberg and Drury. Then Greg DeVries from Sakic and Tangay. 5-0 Colorado in the second.
Greg DeVries is really scoring a lot these days now for Colorado. And that game looks like it's in the books already because Patrick Roy won't be caught like he was. He's got a shutout going. I know it's early, but you know Patrick Roy. Colorado leading there, Toronto leading here. Joseph has been sharp. 10 shots so far by Ottawa. Stopped them all. 6 were beauties. In off the boards. Roberts lost the stick, retrieved it in time. Hoagland along the boards coming back to the line with it. And Pilash couldn't stop that. Joseph out. Up near center ice was the pass to McCauley. Tipped in by Roberts. Lalime out of the net to clear it. Sallow. 15 seconds left of the penalty. And on the boards, the Leafs. Not giving Lalime much to do on this first power play of the game. Thorson will be there. Thorson again behind the net. Takes the pass. Comes out front with it. Gets set. Penalty over. Thorson. Slides it behind the net. Leafs get it in front. It's tipped there. Side of the net by Roberts. Down to the goal line. Didn't get in though. A lead down and he keeps it out. That was was very, very close. It bounced away along the goal line for a second, but stayed out.
Way up in the air and came down, and you know when the puck comes down, it very rarely doesn't land on an edge that makes it go one way or the other. Look at this one. Down and bounces for Lalime. It wouldn't have been a very pretty goal, but you know they all count, and you get some weird ones at this time of the year, but this one is a lucky break for Ottawa, and they, with 2:57 to go, trail. You wonder how much their game plan changes when they get behind, because when they get a lead, they really can suffocate you.
It's a great checking team. We saw that in game one when they went up 3-0, and then 4-0, and then 5-0. And it was so difficult to even get a chance to score. Shutout earned by Patrick Lalime. But tonight, under 3 minutes left in the first period, Toronto's ahead 2-0. Goals by Green and Tucker. Orson checking well again. On the line, that's Alfredson. Picking up a little speed to get to the Leaf zone. Cuts over across the line and backs up again. Tried the shot in, and that got by Todd White. Chara in around the net. Flipped it at the goal. Joseph looking around. He has it there, though. Now he knows where it is. And he jams his white pad down and hangs onto it. But a dangerous play by Chara.
Well, you know the Ottawa defensemen are going to pinch in now that they're behind. That's the second time Chara's had a good chance. And Curtis Joseph, who was badly criticized here, and I think unfairly, because he wasn't the only Leaf that had a tough night Thursday night, but he took the brunt of the abuse in the Toronto media, and he has looked like the Joseph of old in the first period.
Has he ever? He stopped 3 clear-cut breaks. I don't know, but 3 of them look like sure goals for Ottawa.
11-5 the shots for Ottawa, 2-0 to score for the Leafs.
27 left in the period. Teams are at full strength. Becker got it back quickly to the point. Now it's kicked to the line. Leafs get it out. 1-on-1, now 2-on-1. Green is open. Domi, he passes to him, and he hit the outside of the post. Domi waited and then threw the pass in, but he was a bit deep when he did. And Green had that difficult angle and hit the outside of the post. Domi holding in with his skate again. Got his skate down on it, and the referee hollers to move it. But he's still there with it. Now he kicks it loose, and Ottawa will get it to the line with no doubt. Pilash rips it, and that's blocked. And Lalime will hang on. Orson and Bonk collide. They get apart.
The Ottawa Senators make it tough for you if you want to hang out in front of Lalime. I don't think the Leafs generated a screenshot or had a rebound in game one, but they're at least fighting to get in the way of the shot. Here's the 2-on-1 on 90 as Lasician is caught. The pass is a little late for Green, and as a result, he runs out of real estate. The pass is the right idea, and he gets it through as 90 plays to intercept it. Just lofts it over the stick, but by the time Green gets it, he's out of range.
1:50 remaining in the first period. Salo takes the pass from Chara and got it up to Hamlet. He got it over to Fisher. That's chopped away by Reichel. Gilney just missed it. Fisher brings it in, but gave it away inside the line. Backing up is Chris Phillips. Shot it to the Leaf line again. Knocked down by Arvidsson, his pass intercepted. And there's Tucker once more with McGillney. Gilney, like he might shoot it, had it back off. The pass nearly intercepted. Long shot. Deflected wide of the net. Arvidsson tied up. Tucker was there. Leafs along the boards, trying to keep it in. And they do. Tucker fell down. And Salo shot it to the far side, but it's kept in by McKay. Tucker is nailed hard this time by
Last minute of play in the first period.
We're in the final minute of the opening period in game 2. Tucker in. He had the second goal here in the period. Green scored the first one. Tucker getting pounded on this shift, though. He's trying to get to the bench. Goes now as it's shot in behind the Leaf goal. Joseph hammered it the other way. It is centered. Ottawa on it in there. They'd love a goal before the period is done. 35 seconds. Chara shoots, tipped in front of the net. Joseph, another big save. And they're going center he goes. Up over the line. He moved it in. Harley had to catch up. It's centered. It'll be kept in by Berg at the far side. 20 seconds remaining in the period. Roberts fighting hard back of the net. He's tied up in there by Redden. And the Ottawa Senators get the puck up along the boards to the line, but not out. Kept in for Roberts. Centering pass. Here's McCauley. He missed. Roberts gets set. 4 seconds. The shot. It's deflected wide of the net by the goalie. And the period comes to a close with feverish action around the Ottawa net. Hoagland and Roberts with McCauley again, giving Lalime a touch. Travis Green scored one of the goals in that first period. Darcy Tucker, the other. Leafs are leading 2-0. He was 6 for 6 on the faceoff in that first period. I asked him the other day, has he always been good at faceoffs? What's the big story about winning faceoffs? No, he said, I haven't been like that. I was 45, 50, maybe 55%. But in these playoffs, Harry, he's gone really high.
About 82%. 6-0, 19-5 in game 1. So it's terrific. Your team starts with the puck that often.
And a penalty is going to be called right away. And it might be green again. I don't know if it's going to be green, but he was over on the play and checked the Ottawa player if that was the call. And I think it is.
Yes, it is. A high sticking or elbowing penalty he's going to call. Just beside the Leaf bench. It's 10 seconds into it. Big Chara. I don't know, maybe they'll call it cross-checking. You got to have a step ladder if it's going to be high sticking on Chara over his shoulder. Cross-checking it is. The Leafs stayed away from foolish or unnecessary penalties in the first period. That was part of the game plan. I'm sure Travis would like to have that one back.
My memory serves me correctly. He took a penalty early in game 1, too, and it caused a problem. High stick. This one cross-checking. So now Ottawa comes out and gets a chance right away to climb back in. They're down 2 goals. They get the puck into the zone. McCabe had a stick on it only briefly. Berg trying to tie up his check, and he does. And the Leafs get it to the line, and it's out to center thanks to McGillney along the boards and work hard. Osa brings it up with Havlat right there with him. Pass got by Havlat, now back to the line. Alfredson winds up. Shot. And that's stopped. Cleared away from the net, and out breakaway coming up. McGillney, he's caught though. Now he comes in, gets set with a pass. Threw it in front. McCauley was tied up in front of the goal. It was a clear break for a moment, but only for a moment for McGillney. Havlat keeps a puck in. The backhander is stopped. And the Leafs are going to clear it. Leafs get a chance to, and they do get it out to center. That was Corson who did that. Shot back in. Corson watches his man. Alfredson. Puck loose to the line. Kept in. Chance there. And the shot by McEachern was deflected off a skate. Moving up on the play is Brunet. Coley couldn't get it by Brunet. Didn't get much on it. Redden gets in deep with it. Todd White behind the net. Pokes it to the corner all the way back to the line. Alfredson again with a chance. Doesn't shoot it first. Goes to the corner now. White out to the line. And the shot is off Joseph's glove. That was a good stop too by Joseph. Fair to Alfredson. Good pressure by Ottawa. Now the puck is out into center ice. Brunet lost it. Corson is coming up there. Corson coming in on goal. Right goal. Shot. Another one. And Lalime stopped both. Throws it down. Out comes White. Across the line. Penalty over. Arvidsson comes in off the boards. Behind the net is White. Centered it. All the way back inside the Ottawa line. Leafs have killed off the penalty. Ottawa controlled the play a lot. Didn't get a lot of shots, so Joseph did make one big save with the glove. 2-0, Toronto leads. Nearing the 3-minute mark of the second period. And there's Mike Fisher. Gets the puck out in front of the net. High shot. Down again. And cleared to the line. And the net, I think, came off. And they're pointing now that there's going to be a penalty called on Neal is going to get it. That'll be goalie interference, I'm sure. In fact, it is a goaltender interference call against Chris Neal.
Well, he complains that he was pushed into Joseph right here by Eriksson. Corson had a great opportunity on a shorthanded 2-on-1. Here's the one stop, but here's the one that saved the goal. A great save by Lalime on the shorthanded situation for the Leafs.
Toronto's second power play of the game. No shots the first time they had a man advantage back in the first period. Decision, whacks it hard, but it's stopped by McCabe. His quick pass was high. McCabe was out of position to take that, and it wasn't a great pass by Carverlay anyway. The Leafs have to come all the way back, and it's McCabe. Starting out, that left wing pass was good. Down through center ice, McGillney gets the line. Bodied in on the boards, allowing Ottawa to move it out and down the ice again. Filling for Ottawa Senators has not been a problem in the playoffs. Toronto's power play has been a problem. Into Lalime, he'll hold it.
Well, Curtis Joseph has made a half a dozen spectacular stops, and he really robbed Redden, who's been the highest scoring Ottawa defenseman on that last Ottawa power play. As Redden gets a shot, a screen shot at that, and Joseph doesn't catch it, but he gets his trapper on it and saved what looked like a screen shot goal.
Oh yeah, that was heading for the top corner all right. Had lots of room up there until Curtis Joseph got his hand up. All of those 15 saves have been very, very spectacular. 2-0, Toronto leads. Joseph coming out. Keelich is the puck carrier. Long pass, no icing. It hits something there near center. But there's going to be another penalty called, and this one is going to Toronto. McCreary was the referee following the play and makes the sign that he has called an interference penalty.
51 seconds left in the penalty to Chris Neal, so we'll have just less than a minute of 4-on-4 hockey. Here's the interference call as Jolanen was backing up on the penalty kill, and Roberts knocked him down, so it'll be interference.
Gary Roberts in the box at 3:55. 51 seconds left in the Neal penalty. And then 1:09 of a power play for Ottawa. Leafs win the draw. Keelich pass along the line. Up through center. Travis Green fights for it there in the center ice area and loses that little battle. Gets back into it though and thwarted an Ottawa attack that was shaping up. Salo and Phillips. Salo backs off a bit. Keelich was coming in. He turns. And now Hossa skates hard. And he is going hard. Hossa trying to stick handle in. That's going to be offside. As Bonk brought it in behind him, he was very deep.
Well, the chances to score were 6 for Ottawa, 3 for the Leafs in the first period, but the Leafs converted 2 of the 3 into goals. That one by Green on a pass from Keelich, and then Tucker on a giveaway by Sammy Salo. Makes it 2-0 as he beats Lalime to the glove side.
Great shot by Tucker on the giveaway inside the line. He wasted no time at all drilling. 4:27 gone in the second. Ottawa started right away with a power play. That was choked off. Now Joseph leaves the net, slaps it. Gets the puck to the line just by Wade Redden and down the ice. Chara with the Cauley. Cauley bumped the big guy, and McGillney takes it around the net. Lost it back there. Neal's penalty is over. He's on the ice. Ottawa now is on the power play. And the Leafs keep it in there. Now, the pass gets to the line, sucked in on the net. Ottawa will bring it away. McEachern didn't see the pass. And the Leafs control it in their own zone as McCabe. Ready to move it. Slaps at it. It's stopped at the line by Phillips. I beg your pardon, Redden, and he fires it back in. McGillney will come up on Wade Redden now. Straight to center ice he moves. gets it over the line. All by himself in there. Alfredson tapped at it. And Ottawa will bring it away. 30 seconds left in the penalty. To Roberts. They get up to the line, stay on side, barely, and shoot it in around the net. Phillips was up there to poke it to the corner. Ottawa get it back. Some shot. Joseph, good stop again. As he had to move from his right to his left on that decent drive by Alfredson. He one-timed it, and Joseph made the move.
But I'll tell you this, the Leafs on the penalty kill especially were very soft in front of the net in game one. McCabe will make sure Alfredson cannot get in and be involved on this point shot in any way, shape, or form by boxing Havlat out. Here it is, 24-9, and the rebound was there for a half a second. And McCabe's in front of the net. The puck goes to the point. Never mind the shot. Take your guy in the wrong colored sweater. Nice job by McCabe, and Joseph covers the rebound.
Havlat was left open by Carberlay in game one. He scored from 3 feet in front of Joseph on a foul play. Now Arvidsson cuts in. The shot batted away from the goal crease. Salo fires it in behind the net. Brunet falls, trying to move it out front, and the Leafs are going to clear it, and Roberts is back on the ice. And they're in on the attack. Green to Roberts, went behind him. Shot into the corner. It's the Leafs on it in there. Roberts tried to dump it out front again. Roberts pinned in on the boards by Chris Phillips. Roberts trying to kick it loose. Phillips won't let him. And he just keeps him there. Big work by Roberts to knock it loose finally. Arvidsson, though, was there to bring it out for Ottawa. Up he comes with Benoit Brunet. To the line, Pilash picked it off and turns it back for the Maple Leafs. They get to center. Over the line, but it's given away by Corson and shot back down the ice. During 7 minutes of play in the second. 2-0. Goals coming in the first period by Toronto. Green and Tucker. Tucker in his gut. He's back up on the puck. Decision kept it in front of the net, covered him though. Carberlay got the puck away. Now McGillney takes a pass. Made a great move to come inside, and then was stopped by Decision who caught him. Tapping at it on the blue line was Berg in deep. Tucker nailed again. Tucker back there, but there's Reichel. Reichel can't find it. It was in his skates. White flipped the high one off the glass and down the ice. No icing. Nearing 8 minutes of the second. Leafs got a break here. Tucker again dropped it back. McCauley ripped the shot on the short side. And Lalime gloved that and held on to it. Toronto continues to lead Ottawa by a score of 2-0.
Jacques Martin's team changes on the fly more often and better than most teams in the playoffs. In the second period, it's a long change. They're going to get caught and nearly burned on it as the puck gets up to Tucker, and he's going to drop it to McCauley, who gets the shot.
Now Pilash gets the shot. And Lalime caught that and trapped it.
A lot of teams don't practice changing on the fly. It's not easy to do, and the Ottawa Senators against Philadelphia and early in this series against the Leafs, he does not like them out any longer than 40 seconds. A lot easier to do it periods 1 and 3 than period 2.
And I'll bet Roger Nielsen has a part of that too. You know, that's kind of his game.
You know, Scotty Bowman, he's got a duck horn. You know, the quacker they blow, the duck hunters, when they practice it. And that's the sign to change on the fly in a scrimmage. You should practice it. It's not easy to do properly on a regular basis.
The Leafs knife the puck from center and in. However, they're going to call it icing and bring it back. Crowd won't agree with that. It was very close at center ice.
Well, in this game where the two Ontario teams are still in the Stanley Cup race, you can see here are the players who have played in all the playoff games that these two teams have played against each other. They've only done it for 2 years, so this is the third. It shows you the turnover that takes place in the NHL.
6 games, the first series won by Toronto. The second series last year, 4 straight by Toronto. But 2 games were won in overtime. That series was closer than it might seem when you say you're out in 4 straight. Ottawa's up looking for a goal, and they get it! Right off that face-off, which is always important in the zone area, and in off the line. big shot was fired by Sonny Salo. And Ottawa gets a very, very important goal here at 7:52 of the second.
When you lose the draw as directly as the Leafs did, there's not a chance anybody can get out. Roberts is trying to get out. And the winger for Ottawa runs a little interference that gives Salo a chance to take it and take a step or two before he shoots it. And it's a rocket over the right shoulder of Joseph.
So the game is now a 2-1 lead for the Maple Leafs. Their 2 goals came in the first, with Green and Tucker scoring. And now this bullet shot from the defenseman. He was alert, though, to come off the blue line when they won the faceoff and drove it hard past Curtis Joseph.
Well, Ottawa only won 7 out of 21 draws in the first period, but they win this one as White wins the draw, and it comes back so slowly on a pillow. And Salo walks to the top of the circle to let it go, and he really got something on that one. Nice job by Brunet to run a little interference to stall Roberts, who was the man who was supposed to take Salo but couldn't get to him.
White won the draw from McCauley. And Salo got the goal to make it 2-1. They're up again on this face-off. To the right this time. At the line. Phillips didn't come to him and got him deep around the goal. And McCabe takes over. The Toronto Maple Leafs skate out. It's rolled in off the boards by Green. Ottawa will pick that up. He won't get a chance to play it because it's called offside against the Maple Leafs. More action in Denver. And here again is Ron.
All right, thanks a lot, Bob. We have an update here. The San Jose Sharks are eking back into the game. There's still 15 minutes left in the third period. Bradley has scored the goal. Matt Bradley from Vincent Damphus and Brad Stewart. So 5-2 now in Denver.
Ron keeping us posted on the action from Denver. Colorado is winning again in the third period.
Jyrke Lume is not on the Leaf bench. And he usually pairs up with Aki Berg, but Kaberle's out there now. The Leafs do have, and maybe this is when Lume got hurt as Neil hit him in the first period. The Leafs do have the luxury of putting Belak back on defense, who's played the first period at forward if Lume can't return.
So Toronto still leading, with the lead cut in half on that goal a moment ago by Salo. Redden turns around the net, gets it up to McEachern. Through center ice, he flipped it ahead. That's a good play for Hossa. Stopped by Joseph, the puck loose. Toronto turns it back quickly. Coming out is Tucker. Long pass down to Reichel. He had to hurry in there, and he saw the big hit coming and pull back. McGillney got it out. Berg takes the shot, goes to his defense partner, who flipped it at the goal. And that's easily caught by Lalime as Carpenter just fired it at him. It was a weak shot.
Marian Hossa, who's got a 5-game point streak going, 2 goals, 5 assists for 7 points, can't get quite around the corner on Kaberle, who with the diving poke check just gets enough of the puck. So Hossa loses control because it looks like he's going to be able to cut in. What a lovely way of taking the pass on at full speed on his skate, getting it up to his stick for the opportunity to score.
Face-off comes, and Toronto wins it. Green wins another one. Domi behind the net. Left it there. He was checked by Sammy Salo. Salo chopped it up over center ice. Arvidsson spun around on that hit by Domi. Leafs bring it back out. Skating up hard is McCabe. Made a move on Havlat. Took a chance with that one. Arvidsson turns with Havlat and gallops in over the line again. Arvidsson centers it, long in, shoots. Joseph stopped that with the right pad. Aired back out by Green. However, Ottawa getting chances now. Havlat waited, and then as they're back on side, he shot it in. Eriksson moved it up right to the Ottawa player on the boards. Yolonen, he put it to the corner. Leafs come back to help out, and it's Eriksson around the net. Takes a look out front, goes up the boards with it, and Ottawa will stop and come right back in. Yolonen left it. Up the line and coming in hard. The shot from a different angle. It was stopped by Joseph as Reed. Neal got it again. fired it into the corner. Yolonen is trapped in on the boards. So Neal comes in to dig it out. Tried to fire it over in front. That hit a skate, came right back to him. Corson made short, got outside the line. 9:30 left to play in the second. Yolonen dumps it in. Ottawa changes. Eriksson is the defenseman back. 2-1 is your score. Toronto ahead here in game 2. Long shot is wide of the net. Up there, the goalie had to play it as he saw McCauley come in. Roberts just missed it. And Brune brings it in for Ottawa. Off the boards on a funny hop. Leafs clear it out. 2 of them skate away. Hoagland is with McCauley. McCauley couldn't give it to him. It's broken up outside the line, and Alfredson missed it. Leafs tucked it back in over the blue line, but it's cleared high down the ice. Pilash stopped on the boards, checked right there. Leafs get it up to McCauley again. For Hoagland. Tried the back pass, that was good. Roberts getting in there. Couldn't get a shot, though. Pulled off a stick as he made 2 fine moves. Ottawa will be called for icing. 14 minutes left in the game in Denver, Colorado. Colorado is leading 5-2. Ron is watching that for us. Detroit already up 2-0 in their series against St. Louis. And here, the Leafs are trying to even up this series. Ottawa out shooting Toronto 8-4 in this second period. 8:22 left to play in the period. 2-1 is the score. Toronto got their goals in the first period. But Joseph was hot, stopping 12 shots. A lot from very close in. Ottawa get the puck at the line. Fisher beats everybody to it. Tucker then hit him. When he got the puck in behind the Leaf net, Joseph cleared it up. McGillney got a quick pass away. Pilash was hit in behind the play. And is slow getting up. Stays on the ice, so the Leafs come up there after it. Gilney in the corner, and on him is Wade Redden. There's Pilash now at the line. Reichel fires. That's deflected just wide. It was a good hard shot by Reichel. Bumped lightly by Reichel. He couldn't move on the puck as he cleared it, and the Leafs bring it to the line again. Tucker got it in, banked it on the boards. Nobody could play it, and it's shot out to center ice. Ottawa up on it. That is Bonds coming in. The shot off a stick. Berg blocked that. It went high into the crowd. The Canadians and the Hurricanes will go again tomorrow at 7:30 Eastern Time on Hockey Night in Canada on CBC. Hurricanes won the first game and lead 1-0.
Ottawa's been a little more physical tonight, I thought, than they were in game 1. Of course, they got that early lead. McEachran roars over Pilash, who never touched the puck, as Joseph blew it right by Pilash. And McEachran was counting on the hit because he thought Pilash was going to field the puck on the pass from Joseph.
Salo at 7:52 of this period. From Todd White, who won the draw from McCauley. Green and Tucker scored in the first for the Maple Leafs. 7:22 left in the second. Attacking again. Bond ran into Berg. But the puck was shot out and down the ice. Decision was back. Green and Domi, the forecheckers. Puck is sliced over the boards at the far side, stopping the play.
Well, you can tell it's the playoffs of the National Hockey League as you can see the number of players that grow beards. There's a little look down the Ottawa bench. More beards in this movie than in Ben-Hur, as you recall.
Roberts. His looks young, but the others look kind of, they've been around for a while.
Make some of the young rookies feel bad when they can't grow one. I don't know why that starts. It's going a while. Do you remember when it started, Bob?
No idea. Arvidsson. He won't get very far. McCabe is all over him, but here's Hamlack. He comes away and centers it right in front of the net. Cleared back to Lecision. Dumped in front, and Joseph had to go down. Another close call with Bonk in front of the net. There's Bonk again. He fell to one knee, got back up, and got a skate on it and takes the puck off Off the dasher, then got a stick on it. Good work by Bonk. Left it now in the corner. He comes over in front of the net. It's Havlat getting it back to the line. 90 shot is high off the glass. Big pressure by Ottawa here. Another long shot by Arvidsson is wide of the net. And Domi will just turn and whack it on the boards and down the ice for an icing call against Toronto. But they were on their heels and in trouble with Ottawa coming at them hard.
Well, ever since Ottawa scored, they've been much more aggressive on the forecheck than they were at any other time in Game 1 or in this one. And when you get down 2-1, you got to change your strategy a little bit, and Ottawa has done that, and they've caused the Leafs some difficulty in their own end. They outshoot the Leafs 22-11, and they had 2 good chances to score. A good job in front of the net by Corson on Bonk may well have prevented the tip-in.
Another shot, another hard shot by Salo. High this time. He has scored the Ottawa goal from that very spot. They had another chance. He gets it as far as the line. It's all Ottawa right here. Alfredsson is coming after it. He'll get to it too. Alfredsson pulled away from a hit. Long shot, tipped wide of the net. Just missed the short side too. Again at the line, Phillips. Right at Joseph. Stops this and he holds on. And the Leafs just cannot get the puck out. 5:42 remains in the second. It's 2-1 Toronto. And hello to you, coast to coast. Glad you're with us. Ottawa and Toronto hooked up in another dandy. Ottawa won the first game handily, 5-0. This is closer tonight. Leafs got the first 2 goals. Salo has scored for Ottawa here in the second. 5:25 left to play in the second. Ottawa is attacking more and more and getting chances. The Leafs unable to clear cleanly. This time they back up again and give it away. It's kept them there by Ottawa. White's high shot is off the glass. And again it's kept in at the line by Phillips. And the play called. Ron is watching that game in Denver, and he has more news for us now. Ron?
Bob, thank you. Just an update on that goal we gave to Bradley. We believe now is Stefan Matteau, the last San Jose goal that made it 5-2, just for Pooley's attention. Now that's Milan Hajduk's first of the playoffs from Martin Skula. Came at 10:21 of the third, so Colorado leads 6-2 late.
A collision there at the blue line. You saw Tucker trying to hang on to the stick. Taking a chance. Watching those infractions and calling them off. Puck loose at center. Hoagland poked it in. Couldn't catch it. Cameron picked it loose in his own zone. Under 5 minutes remaining in the second. Again, Ottawa gets the puck in deep. Joseph leaves it in. He has to hustle back. Now he sees 2 Ottawa Sens come in. And it's Berg of the Maple Leafs caught in the corner. Hammered away at the puck again. He slammed at it. Got it up to Roberts. And Roberts feeds it back out. Down the center ice they come. Cave dumps it in. Aline will leave the net. He'll poke it along the boards. And Fisher got it ahead. And it's cleared out by McEachran. Berg again back. Up comes Redden. Crawley turns in his own zone. Skates in front of the net. The pass got ahead of Hoagland. Ottawa picking it up. Bomb stopped by McCauley. Fired up to Arvidsson. He will shoot the puck in, and Joseph will scoop it up. Going to hang on to it. He sees 2 Ottawa players coming in, so wisely he held on to that again. Thank you, Ron. 3:57 left in the second period here. Toronto leads by 1, 2-1.
12-5, the shots in favor of Ottawa, and they have been the dominant team ever since they scored the first goal.
Here comes another from Decision. This one bounces off a stick, and Joseph had to be alert. It came up to his midsection, and he saw it in time and held on. Another face-off in the zone.
Well, Pat Quinn, with the number of injuries they've had, Lume is not back on the bench, so they have not played the fourth line very much at all. And Filak, who I thought they might put back on defense in Lume's spot, has only played 1 shift back there in this period.
This time, the Toronto Maple Leafs control the face-off. Close quarters getting it out. Everybody checked. Buck Green comes in. The pass in front. Domi was there. Ottawa intercept. Arvidsson got it ahead. is by himself coming up across center. Now, up to help is 90. Time the shot. Blocked. Maple Leafs turn it back up. Green didn't see the pass in time to move on. Bomb tipped it. The right side, Havlat. High one gets in over the net. And Ottawa's changing. There's some room for the Leafs to come out. Carmelet moved away from Hull. Gets away to center. Poked it up over the line to Alexander McGinley. High shot. Comes right back to the line. Eriksson blasted one from there, and it was on. McGinley working hard in there. And he's poked off the puck now by Neal on that hit. Ylonen can't move it out. It's McGinley again getting set with Reichel in front in the slot. Reichel reached for it, missed it, and Ottawa will come out. Down the center with under 3 minutes left in the second period. Out is Joseph. Ottawa changing. The Leafs moving away slowly. Kay, long rink-wide pass. Got to center. Tucker will shoot it back to this near side. And it'll be McCabe who'll dump it in for Toronto. Chara and Redden lost it there against the forechecking Leafs. Reichel took it from him. Reichel is covered. Puck loose, and out it goes. Down the ice. Brune chases. Tucker had to move it in a hurry at the line. He did. Got a decent pass up for Roberts, but he lost it. And backed up. Over the line is White. Cleared it back in front. Brune couldn't move along the boards. And it'll be Oakland who knocks it back out. Tucker dumps it in. He's trying to get off. And Ottawa's back with Hoagland coming in with a light hit in on the boards. Now Hoagland gets a backhander away. That is low and wide of the net. McCauley for Hoagland. Hoagland looks around. Chara takes care of him. Hoagland is down. Chara with the puck. And he passes one up to the line. His defense partner is Lucian. And he shoots the puck in. Carmelet back. 1:37 left to play in the period. 2-1 Toronto. Sallow, the defenseman, scored the goal. Ottawa in there again. It is center. The Leafs are covering. Now it's clear to center ice. Hoagland, long shift for him. Couldn't move at center. Fisher brings it in. Whips the shot. Joseph, the stick save. But it's still inside the line. Carmelet back after it. Faded out. McCauley is stopped. Fisher on it in the corner with McEachern coming up with it. McEachern gets it to the line. Look out, this shot. That's knocked down in front. Joseph comes out very calmly. Let it up to Hoagland, who's still on there. Pass gets through from Roberts. Roberts can't shoot it. Carmelet centers. McCauley is dumped, and there's going to be a penalty against Sallow of the Ottawa Senators. So when we come back, the Leafs will be on the power play. At 7:52 of this period, Sallow scored the Ottawa goal. Now he takes McCauley down on the attack.
You're going to see it right there on the front. The pass was coming to McCauley, so it wasn't a bad defensive play. If he hadn't knocked McCauley down and just tied him up, he'd have got some kudos when he got to the bench from his coaching staff.
It's called interference, of course. And Toronto will go on the power play. Only 50 seconds left in the period. Green, who's been winning most of the faceoffs, he has attempted, wins another one, and gets it back. Along the boards to the corner, Ottawa fighting to get it out, but they won't, not this time. That's Wren in there, moving it back along the boards. Green and Wren together, get it out to the line. The kid shoots! Big rebound there, and Wren nearly had himself a goal. Wren in the corner, in front of the net now, waiting for Corson to move it. Corson does move it, but back to Green. Up the line. McCabe is covered. Whacked it anyway. Up the net. Got it through everybody. And it's knocked down at the line, but does come out off the glove of Green. Green had to be careful there with Ylonen ready to skate away. 8 seconds left in the period. Green backs up, looks at the clock, and knows that's it. Time for the shot. It's on. And Lalime made the stick save, and there's the horn to end the second period. Another great Saturday night crowd at the Air Canada Centre in Toronto for Game 2 of this series. Ottawa winning the first game handily 5-0. Second period over, it is 2-1 Toronto. Sallow is in the penalty box. He has 1:10 left to serve on his interference penalty. So Toronto starts the period on the power play. They get the faceoff. Carmelet backs up. Ylonen is the one forward up. Watch watching Carverley make his play. Hammered into the zone by McCabe. That's tough to handle off the glass, coming back like a bullet. Reichel did scalp it. He's covered along the boards, gets it to Carverley over there. McCabe, shot is on, rebound cleared by Hull. Slapped down the ice. 40 seconds left on this power play. 2-1, Toronto leads. Ottawa came close to tying it in the second with many chances. Shot up high, off the boards. Stopped. And now out. Carverley failed to keep it in. Fisher is going to get a chance, albeit a difficult shot. Good rebound there in front of Joseph. Covered by McGillney. He's away. McGillney over the line. Twisting and turning with the puck along the boards. Wisconsin caught him. And Arvidsson shot it to the line. And it does get out. The penalty is about done. Carverley in. They're onside. Carverley turns. Back at the line. Quick pass. Penalty is over now. They're at full strength. Center! And Tucker ran into the goalposts and knocked it off. And the play is called. Here's Scott Oakley.
Bob, thanks very much, Bob. Injury information is awfully hard to come by in the playoffs. The Leafs are as good at guarding it as any team in the league, so they've said little about Jyrki Lumme, but it's a safe bet that he will not return to the game tonight. This has to do with the hit he took from Chris Neal in the first period. Obviously suffered some sort of a head injury, went to the bench and got some medical attention from Chris Broadhurst and did not return to the game. Didn't come out to start the second or the third period for that matter, and it will be a big surprise if he should return to this game tonight, Bob.
Not good news for Toronto, losing another defenseman. Eriksson is dressed for this game tonight, and he's on the ice now. Alfredson trying to barge inside. Along the boards, Roberts made sure he stayed right there. But it's knocked down in front. Ottawa attacking. This shot by Brunet is wide. They're on the rebound in close. Joseph down and covering up again in the post. Brunet turns back out. Backhand pass comes off a skate to Chara. And his shot is blocked and cleared back down the ice by McCauley. Up comes Roberts. His pass. And that shot by Hosen is wide. It's a good setup for him. Brunet winds up. The shot doesn't reach Joseph. It goes high into the crowd. They played 2:01 of the third.
Have a look at the 3 goals. Toronto scored 2 in the first 8 minutes and 20 seconds. Green got the first on the pass from Pilash. Then Tucker will jump on a turnover by Salo and put it inside the post. And Sammy Salo gets a direct face-off win from White and blows it by Joseph on the stick side.
There have been 3 shots in the period so far, 2 of them by Ottawa as they try to tie the game. Leading in the series 1-0 by virtue of that lopsided 5-0 win 2 nights ago. Osa drops it back. That's easily intercepted by Corson. Racing down there on Phillips. Corson down. Play goes right on. Osa takes the pass and comes away with it. Up to center. He shoots the puck in deep. Joseph out going the other way. But it's stopped in the corner by McEachern. Cave tries to pin him. Puck loose and fired around the net. Leafs dump it out to center ice. Domi comes up looking for it. Won't find it. Joseph is away out again. Ottawa inbound. Joseph back in. And the Leafs intercept the pass, which was intended for Hossa in front. He was open.
Well, Scott Oak telling us that Lume was not going to play, did not play in the second period. He's only played 2 minutes in a bit in the game. McCabe played 20 minutes and 50 seconds in the first 2 periods. So he's with a 5 defenseman rotation. McCabe and Carverley are getting a lot of work, and they're going to both be up over the 30-minute mark. Belak, who dressed tonight and has played forward, has not been used by Pat Quinn on the defense. And the 4th line for the Leafs, on the one that Belak's on with Wren, has not played any more than 2 minutes apiece.
And Healy is the other forward on that line. You're right. Haven't been out very much at all. Score! An impossible angle. A shot beats Joseph high. From the far side, Ottawa just circling around with it and coming out. And before you could blink, the shot was fired high by Fisher, and Joseph didn't move at all. It's tied
Well, walking out from the side of the rink here, the face-off at the top of the circle, and you can see that Fisher won the draw and got a shot. Now he's going to circle out here and just let a quick shot go. And Joseph is down much too early, and the puck just goes over his shoulder. Fisher walks around. It's not causing any trouble, just shoots it. I think he was hoping somebody was in front of the net.
Hamblad delivers the puck in front, and again he came close. That was Fisher once more on a sharp angle, taking that pass. All Ottawa right here. They fought back. They tied the game, and are keeping the heat on the Maple Leafs. We're at a 2-0 lead in the first period. Salo scored in the second, and now Fisher scores here in the third. And Pilash steps up to center ice for Toronto. He didn't hit the line before he shot it in, and nobody could get in there in time. So the Sens clear it out. No, they don't. Stopped by Wren. Pass right in front of the net. Scramble. Wren couldn't keep it in, but Eriksson does. Leafs are pressing now. Again, Eriksson. He's going to shoot it. That's stopped by Lalime. Fired away on the boards and kept in by Pilash. He fanned on it. Ottawa pick it up and get it out this time to center ice. And the Leafs are going to bring it back in. Maguni gets the zone. He made that big move on Yolonen, got around him. Eriksson had gone in deep, punching in and had to back up. And Ottawa is allowed to bring it out. Yolonen lost it, but they get it over the line as Neal chopped it in. Game is tied now at 2 in the Fisher goal from decision. And Arvidsson, 2:49 of this, the third period. Nearing the 5-minute mark. Ottawa trying to go up 2-0 in the series. For games 3 and 4. For the Corral Center in Ottawa. Down, they come again. White fires the shot. Joseph the stick save. McCauley trying to get it out and does. Leafs move it up over center ice. And it's banked in off the boards by Healy. Cleared to Alfredson. Center ice. Rolls it into the Leaf zone. The Sens are changing again as Carberlay turns. Out he comes. McKechnie couldn't stop him. Getting through center is Berg. A long lead pass for Roberts. We missed that. Carberlay has to wait till Roberts is outside. There goes to Berg with it. Back for him. Carberlay. Put it up to McCauley. He gets ready. From the side. Shoots it to the corner. Centering pass. Knocked down in front. Kept in by McCauley. Working hard to the corner. That's Roberts. Centering it. Saved by Lalime. And a short shot along the ice by Hogan. Carberlay has to hustle back now. He does in front of Buck. Leafs turn. Again Roberts. Comes up one man back. He can't beat that man. And it's tossed out by the goalie. Phillips played Roberts perfectly. Nearing the 6-minute mark of the third period. That's an icing call against Ottawa, who have tied the game at 2.
Well, that's the best shift the Leafs forwards have had in quite a little while here. Roberts tried to beat Phillips one-on-one here, but Phillips plays him perfectly. The puck is not my problem, he's saying. And here's the good chance the Leafs had. A nice play by McCauley. He centers the puck. Roberts centers the puck, and Hoagland gets a shot, but can't beat Lalime.
.249, a goal scored by Mike Fisher. Second of the playoffs. What a big goal it is, too. Ties the game, 14:23 remaining. Montreal and Carolina going for their game 2 tomorrow in Raleigh, North Carolina. Hurricanes lead 1-0 in that series.
The Ottawa Senators in the first period were badly beaten on faceoffs. 14-5, but they have come back, and White has 8 wins and 3 losses and had that 1 win to Salo to score the goal that got Ottawa back in the game.
Fisher is on the ice again. Against Green. Green wins it. Eriksson shot. Big rebound at Domi, but he fell before he could get a shot. And Eriksson will come back to cover up at his own line. He'll have to play it again. Toronto moving away. Turning around is Pilash. More poised now. Gets it up to center ice. Domi backhanded the puck in on the net. Now it comes back to him. Fisher brings it back out. Down across the line. Phillips left it on the board. Domi ran into the board. And Toronto will bring it back up. Erickson gets the line. He didn't get the center when he shot that. Fired back out in front of the Ottawa net. The Senators pick it up. They don't clear it right away. Morrison comes in to bat it loose. Domi was there too, but Chara shot it over in front of his own net. And that's easily shot down the ice by Arvidsson. Alfredsson is up, trying to hook onto it, but he won't. Toronto won it. Berg fell though. Alfredsson swings back out, passes in front through the crease. Good chance there. That was just missed. Toronto back up to center. Ottawa's Alfredsson picks it up, and he was nailed at center ice by Berg, trying to go in. Now Alfredsson is headed off to the Ottawa bench. 2-2 tie. Coming up to the 8-minute mark in the third period. Toronto's McGillney missed out. It's on his skates. It's shot over the boards by Bonk. Stanley Cup playoffs on Hockey Night in Canada, brought to you by Labatt Blue. The shots in the game are 30 by Ottawa, 22 by Toronto. So Ottawa's had just the 4 in this period so far, and Toronto has had 6. But the goal has been scored by Ottawa. Shot from a difficult angle by Fisher. Beat Joseph. Tie it. Lifted away by Lalime. That was right to Corson. Corson has to contend with Redden on the boards in the corner. They both have a skate down on it. It comes loose along the line and kept in by Toronto. Domi was over in front, just reached for it, got by him and out. Domi shot it back in. Wade Redden flips it back down the ice. Racing up there was Hossa. Nobody near him. He had lots of time to move on it, and he's called in the offside as he does touch it.
Well, Hossa couldn't win on that one. He didn't know he was offside, and he knew he could touch the puck and take the icing away. But he got a whistle, and both teams change up. The Ottawa Senators change on the fly way more often than Toronto, or most teams I've seen in these playoffs. And they roll 4 lines. And Toronto has played 3 lines for the most part tonight. And you wonder whether the energy level that the Leafs showed early in the game will not be available late in the game.
And it is getting late. We've just played 8 minutes. McGillney takes it off the boards with Reichel and Tucker. They get it outside the line, but easily slapped back in by Ottawa. Arvidsson on it. Dumps it in deep. Joseph leaving the net for Pilash. To the corner it goes. Maple Leafs can't move it out. Fisher fell and threw his skates and out. Reichel saw McGillney over there on it. He made the pass, but behind 2 Leaf players. So they have to go back to regroup. Tucker and Coverland. Tucker again. Up as far as center. Dumped it in. Chases it. It'll be Phillips, and Tucker nails it behind the net. He just knew he was coming at the big defenseman. He kept coming and hit him. Tucker is headed off. Pilash has bumped off the puck. Roberts slow, getting moving. Now Roberts picks up a little speed coming in. Dumps it in behind the men in there defending for Ottawa. Knighty got in there on it. Roberts is there. Knighty after behind the net. Decision moved it out, and it's cleared to center by White. Up comes Alfredsson. Nice pass back to Brunet. Shot. Gloved by Joseph. A hot one caught by Joseph, and he held it with 9:12 gone in the third period. We're tied at 2.
Well, Joseph makes a nice stop here on the play. The Ottawa Senators get their 31st shot of the game. And Alfredsson lets it go from 50 feet out, so it's a pretty easy save. Tucker takes a healthy run at Phillips, but it's like a little fly landing on Phillips' shoulder. It doesn't seem to bother him very much. It's discouraging when you throw a hard hit and the guy you hit doesn't go down.
Crowd trying to get the Leafs going. It's been Ottawa mostly, and they have the only goal here in the third to tie the game. Fisher scored it. Erickson keeps the puck in. Knighty backs up a bit and then lifts it out. Eriksson didn't see the puck go over his head down the ice. Yolonen was up. He drew that and moved on it. Then he lost it behind the net. Yolonen left it in the corner. There goes Hull. Slapped it back again. Yolonen up on it. Kicked it loose with a skate. And it's the Maple Leafs getting it out. Roberts one man down. Now two are back to help. Roberts is bowled over. McCauley caught up. He rolled it in for Hoagland. He tried to center to Roberts. Back near the line. Harley feeding the puck ahead. In behind the net. He can't center it. Bonk had a stick there. Tried to clear it. Bonk again. Along the boards to the far side. Ottawa can't get the puck out. Knocked down near the line. And now out across the line into center ice. And Hoagland wraps it back in. Back in front of the net. Chara cleared it up. Ottawa attacking. Shot to Joseph's left side again. He caught that and then lost it. But back near the line, Phillips tries another long shot. They're throwing shots at Joseph now from all angles. They scored from a difficult angle. Tied the game earlier. Now the Leafs dump it in. Domi is the man up there for it. On the side of the net. Tried to pull it back up. Get out front, and Domi took a swing at it as he fell. And Ottawa bring it back up. Green tried to hit his man through center and just missed him. 8:55 remaining in the third period. 2-2 tie in game two. Reichel's pass, good shot. Blocked, blocked. Valim made the big save, the first shot from Tucker was blocked. Put the second one right on. Tucker scored the second goal of the game. On a shot like that. Ottawa steering it away, but the Leafs are fighting back here. Ottawa has been taking the game to Toronto here in the third, but now Toronto is starting to come back a bit. And the play is called. 8:21 remaining, and it's 2-2. 8 minutes, 18 seconds remaining in the third period of game number 2 of the best of 7. Ottawa handily winning the first game here, 5-0. This game is tied at 2. Up comes Toronto. Reichel tucked it in behind the net. Tucker is bumped by Albertson. Fires it out on the net. Somehow he got it off the leg of Lalim and nearly banked it in, and the goalie had to cover up.
Well, Tucker had a couple of good chances on the shift before this one as he walked in and let a good hard shot go past the session. It was blocked and then lets this one go, and Lalim has to make a nice stop, and then he's scared as Neal nearly stick handles it by him after he picked the rebound up. And the Leafs have had 3 or 4 pretty good shifts in the last 4 or 5 minutes after Ottawa dominated the early part of the third period.
Seven and 6 the shots in the period. Toronto 2-2 the score. 2 Ottawa sends come out led by Hossa. He stumbled a bit at the line though. That stalled that rush as McEachern was up with him. McEachern hit him. Harley coming out in front. Pass to Green. Dangerous pass cross ice, nearly picked off by Hossa. He did get it, but in center ice area, and that was not too dangerous. Toronto up again as Ottawa is changing. Pilash carrying a lot now. Getting the zone. Fell trying to get a shot. Knocked down to the corner. Domi missed it. Comes out. Green fired. Domi right in. And knocked down in front of the net with Lalim hanging on to this.
Well, the Ottawa defense have done this time and time again in these playoffs. Against Philly, now against Toronto. Watch how quickly Phillips gets rid of Domi when Domi gets the chance here to go to the front of the net. Phillips hurries up and knocks him down. And Lalim covers up. A little bit of teamwork there between the goalie and the defenseman. And the Ottawa defensemen have been very good at that in this playoff. Phillips and Char are the ringleaders in that department.
McCauley's line is back on. It's Roberts to his left. Hoagland on the right wing. Puck is cleared out to center, and McCabe is going to bring it back in. He flipped that high. Into the corner it goes. Redden played it up, and Hoagland saw that happen and came in for it. McCauley there, too, to Hoagland. He's covered, though. Threw it behind the net, and Ottawa will bring it away. Shot on the boards hard by Berg and by Alfredson down the ice. McCabe back. Brune right behind him. McCabe caught there, but he left it for Berg. He's straight to center. Roberts having the pass down the right side. He had some room to go with it, too. Redden lost it behind the net, and Alfredson got the puck out. 6:35 left to play in the third. A 2-2 tie. The way they're playing, the next goal will win it. Down the center. Dumped up to Roberts. He gets it into the zone for Reichel. Reichel sees the decision coming hard. Ducked away from the head, but lost a chance to move it. Fisher gets it out. Fisher's the guy who tied the game, and here he is again, tied up. Can't get a shot. His cover, they got a piece of him. Reichel again moved it in a hurry. Gets to the boards at the far side, and now it'll be brought out. Up the center is Tucker again. Tucker has been getting some chances. Bumped hard that time. Ottawa doesn't clear it. Reichel kept it in. Shot it around the net. There's Tucker in there again on 90. 90 played it away to the glass. Still not out. Shot in there. Tucker was in front of the net and was covered. The Sens shoot it down the ice. It'll be an icing call as they relieve the pressure with the Leafs coming hard. 5:32 remaining in the third period. In game 2, it's tied at 2.
Marshall Johnson, GM of Ottawa, looking on. Ottawa has not had a goal scored against them in the third period in these playoffs. 6-4, none against.
Knocked down at the blue line. Here's Corson. Backhander came close. And the second shot was up over the crossbar. Corson around the net, trying to center. Corson on the puck, working hard. Center through the crease again. Leafs are coming close here. Eriksson moved up, pinching in. Left his spot open, allowing Ottawa to clear it down the ice. Way back, and that's another icing call. And they'll bring it back up, and the Leafs are coming on.
The fifth shift in a row, the Leafs have generated a chance. Green wins the draw again, and here's the shot from the point through a mob of players. Domi gets a bit of a shot at it, and then Corson will center it. Here's the face-off. Corson holds up Fisher, who's trying to get to the front of the net and gets a backhander, and then a bonus shot, but over the net as the Leafs storm the Ottawa goal.
Toronto 2, Ottawa 2. Ottawa winning the first game, 5-0. Games 3 and 4 are set for Ottawa on Monday and Wednesday at 7 Eastern. Ottawa could make it a short series, so they can bag one here. 4:55 left to play in regulation. The Maple Leafs back in their own zone. Eriksson and McCabe get together to move it up. And it's slapped back into Curtis Joseph. Ottawa turns up the gear a bit now and try to come back.
Now Curtis Joseph, who's played a very strong game, would like to have that Fisher shot back because I don't think he expected it. He was down and it went over him, but he made some big saves in the first 2 periods of this game to give his team a chance to win. And the Leafs have had the territorial advantage in the last 7 or 8 minutes, but they can't put one by Lalime. 4:40 to go in regulation time.
Radek, Bonk, Travis Green. Comes in front of the goal. Green continues to shine in the faceoff spot. Corson flipped it up for him. He and Domi go in. That shot back down the ice for Pilash to come back and pick it up. Takes his time coming out. Arvidsson is the forechecker for Ottawa. He turns, allowing Pilash to move to center. Pass to Corson coming in off the wing. Sent too far for the shot, but it's center. Green trying to jam it in, coming around the goal. Corson kept it in. Little backhander goes high. Off the glass to the far side. Domi racing over on Arvidsson. It's played up to Arvidsson now, and he'll get the puck out for Ottawa. Down they come, led by Havlat over the line. Havlat gets set. Havlat waits, fires the shot in there. It's cleared away. The big defenseman, Chara, was up in front of Joseph on that. Shot down the ice. This is going to be icing against Toronto. The clock shows 3:44 left to play in regulation in this tie game.
Zdeno Chara, who had 10 goals in regulation season this year and led the team in hits, he really tries hard to get into this rush and starts 190 feet away. And Shane Corson trying to catch him to negate him, as is Pilat. But once Chara gets in front of the net, you're not going to knock him down, as he tried to get in and become the second man on the rush.
Face off. Won by Ottawa. In the zone. Shot. Joseph stopped that. Short side. And the angle. Now McGillney moves it up as he shot it in from center ice. And Phillips lost his stick on that shooting. It'll be played to the glass by Salo and out to center ice. Toronto move up again. Kay flipped it as he hit center. There goes Tucker again. Tucker left to McGillney trying to come out with Reichel. He got to the corner with it. Reichel fired it behind the net. Phillips takes over. Shot it away high over Reichel's head. But now Ottawa will pick it up and three of them will skate the center. Berg is the man back for Toronto and he can't clear it. Long shot comes into Joseph. And he had to move in a hurry to stop that. As the Leafs got caught on that three-man rush.
Smart play by Joseph, because McCabe had lost his stick in front of the Ottawa bench. And Joseph noticed that and had showed some wisdom in making sure he got the face-off. It wasn't a tough shot by any stretch, but it was kind of a rainbow job. Wisdom is the quality that keeps you from getting into situations where you need it. And Joseph showed some wisdom on that. McCabe loses his hockey stick. Joseph sees it, but his defenseman hasn't got a stick. Holds it.
34 shots by Ottawa now in this hockey game. 32 saves by Joseph. Lalime has stopped 25. Under 3 minutes left. 2-2 tie. Ottawa looking to take a commanding lead in the series before it goes home to the Corral Center. Toronto, they know they have to win this game. Garrett falls down 2-0. They're in for a shot. Off the goal post and back out in a flash. That quick shot from the side. Ricocheted off the post. Behind Lalime. Ottawa now looks for one. Centering pass to Alfredson. Cutting in front of the net. Can't get a shot. He's around the net with it though. Alfredson coming out. Boyes, can he handle a puck? Down in front. A shot gets in. And Chara ripped it wide of the net. Just turned and fired. Didn't even look. The Leafs get it out. Hard hit on Holton. But it's McCauley coming in there. McCauley flipped it off to the corner. He's trying to get off. Chara back in his own zone now. Coming out with a pass. Green forechecking. Chara again moves it up. Coming in more and more on the attack. This time shoots it in and looks to the Ottawa bench. Up is Chris Phillips. Fired it behind the net. They cover on the boards behind Curtis Joseph. Eriksson trying to cover his man. Puck loose. Neal fell. To the corner it goes, and McCabe covers his man. Eriksson and Neal hug each other. Along the boards, the puck still there, now loose. Ottawa firing it in. Was Yolonen behind the net. They fight for it, these Senators do. And get the puck out, but Toronto pick it up. And they'll come out with it. McCabe is tired. He's gone off. Barely made it up there to center. Was shot in, but high at the Ottawa bench. 1:12 left to play in regulation. You might say this is overtime now.
Gary Roberts nearly scored on this wrist shot right here. A quick one that went right by the defenseman Phillips and off the post and out. Here's a better look at it. If you're Lalime, here's what you're looking at. You're beaten low on the glove side, but it doesn't go in. And then Redden will fire it in, and Big Chara, who comes in off the point, gets a chance but misses the net.
Hit Pilash's foot and missed the net. So they came close too. Chara on the glass, down. 1 minute left in regulation. Here in game 2, Carmele. The pass gets up to the line. He doesn't get it out. Now near center, Tucker is bowled over by Big Chara. But it's McGillney trying to lug it in. He was stopped. Toronto will come near center to pick it up, and that's where they get it. Carmele, the Tucker is nailed again. And now it's Berg moving up from his defense post. Shot the puck in. The Leafs come in after it. McGillney won't get it. It's played out and down the ice as the Leafs were changing. And they'll come back. They give it to Carmele. His pass didn't work. Hossa was there. However, McCauley intercepted. 20 seconds away from overtime. Puck is shot in on goal, and Joseph cleared it away with a stick. Fisher tried to center. Hossa was open in front. Roberts is up with 10 seconds left to play in regulation. He had to turn back. Roberts fired a long pass in. They get over the line. There's going to be a chance for a shot. Roberts in, and he fanned on it. And there is the horn to end the third period. Off the heel of a stick, Roberts with that last chance for a shot on goal and couldn't make it. Well, comes the time now where the pressure is on everybody, on this big crowd, on the two goalies, and of course, everybody who's on the shift. And I suppose you can include the officials with that too.
Absolutely. Retired Hall of Fame NHL referee gave this advice one day to a current referee regarding penalties in overtime. If you ever get the urge to call a penalty in overtime, just give your pant leg a tug and it'll go away. There's a little truth in that one too. I promise not to say who told me that.
I was going to say Art Skov, maybe.
You can guess all you want. I'm keeping my word. But it's great advice. Let's see if they follow it. They're getting warm.
John Ashley.
Any one of those guys could have said it.
Well, here
McCauley,
tonight, we've got McCreary and Van Massenhoven, the two referees who will watch this. Ottawa is a goal away from taking a commanding lead in this series, winning 5-0 game 1. And here tonight, getting a tying goal in the third period to send us to overtime. Leafs to our left at overtime, and Ottawa defending the goal to the right, and it's the Leafs coming in first. In on the boards, it comes out. McCauley had to wait and go back. Cave comes up and pounds it back in. Around the corner boards it comes. Hoagland stopped it there. Ottawa will clear it out. Cave was back, making sure Peckman wouldn't get to it. Ottawa will come in their own zone to pick it up. Chara shoots it away. Roberts had a chance to stop it, but it gets out to center ice again. Once more, it'll be McCabe. To McGillney, he lost it. McCabe again, McGillney. Outside the line, he had to wait. Now they're onside, so he comes in. Shoots it behind the Ottawa net. That is Fisher, who tied the game. Made it away to the line, and it's kicked to center McEachern. Moving up the Ottawa Sens on the attack first time. Here's a chance coming in on the wing. The pass in front. Scramble! Joseph down! And he hangs on to it. And Ottawa fighting hard. White was flattened in the crease area as he tried to get a stick in underneath the goalie. But Joseph held on.
And he landed, White did, Bob, as you were saying, landed right on the head of Robert Reichel, who's having a little bit of a tough time to get up. Here's a look at the replay. It's the first chance for either team in overtime. A good idea by Redden. Just get the puck at the net. Good things might happen. And you can see the pile-up, and the puck did not go in. Here's a look at it from Joseph's viewpoint. The stop wasn't tough, but finding the puck after he made it was a little scary. As you can see, he's looking with it with both eyes and trying to cover it with both hands.
Toronto has been in 3 overtime games in the playoffs with Ottawa. They won them all. Goal scorers Thomas, Sundin, Cross. Leafs try to tie the series before the shift to Ottawa. From the blue line, a long shot is high. Sallow scored a goal in the game. Got that one a little bit too high. Toronto back up. Dancing through center ice is Carmele. Firing the shot. That's blocked by Sammy Sallow. Green is on it. Trying to center it. That was stopped by Todd White. He gets the puck ahead in the zone, and out it comes. Pelash moved it across center ice. Up there is Travis Green. It hopped over his stick. And Phillips goes around the net for Ottawa. Up to Brunet. Down the far side, the Senators bring it in. Cutting in front, twisting and turning, Albertson shot. And that grazed the post at the far side. Another shot by Knighty. Joseph got a stick on that. And the Maple Leafs sent it through away to center ice, led by Green. And over the line with a hard shot off the leg. That hit the Sission's shin pads and went flying off to the corner. Green went in after it. Ottawa will take over. Third minute of overtime coming up. No big chances yet. Ottawa's Hamlin. In over the line with Arvidsson and Bonk. Bonk coming in on goal. He leaves it. The shot is deflected into the crowd as Knighty came off the blue line and got the shot.
Both teams have to be careful on the changes on the fly. This is like the second period. Your goal is furthest away from your bench. And a slow or careless change could end up on the scoring chance that ends the hockey game.
The goalies in overtimes. Playoff records, Lalime 1 for 3. He's 1 for 1 this season. Joseph, 13 wins, 7 losses. Coming up to 3 minutes of play in overtime. Awaiting the sudden death goal. And the series then moves to Ottawa. Games Monday and Wednesday. Domi steals it. Flips the backhander in on goal. Moline will not take any chances now and hang on to this and stay with the faceoff in his zone.
Well, Lalime leads the NHL goaltenders in these playoffs in every category. Goals against average, overtime, shutouts, save percentage, and any doubts, like there have been in Ottawa, whether this guy can play in the spring. He's removed completely this spring. Here, the goaltender is coached for Ottawa. He scouted the last 2 Leaf Islander games.
Face off in the zone again. Corson is going to try to win it. That'll be White for Ottawa. White controls it. Decision jumps to it. Along the board, straight to center. Wren on the ice. Picked it up and played it back. The Leafs chop it high over the Ottawa line. It's batted away, and that's a glove pass. And that stops the play in the center ice area.
Well, the Leafs have played 5 defensemen since the loss of Lume in the first period. And Brian McCabe played 29 minutes and 56 seconds in the regulation time. Coberly was the second highest at 27:51. You wonder whether the fact the Leafs have played almost entirely 3 lines and 5 defensemen, and Ottawa, although they've cheated a little bit away from their 3rd defense pair and their 4th line, they've spread the ice time out much more equally, and you wonder if it'll show up as the overtime wears on.
Wren won the faceoff for Toronto. McCabe couldn't shoot it in. 3 players standing right in front of him. McCabe had to hustle back. Yolonen was on his tail. Now, Toronto turning away and coming out with it. It's dropped back. Again, good move by McCabe. The only man back, stick handling out. Not always great moves, but he got out that time. Now McCabe drives it in. That's called on the offside.
I don't think Pat Quinn used this line in the 3rd period at all. He used it a couple of times in periods 1 and 2. That is the Wren, Belak, Healy line, which he has out there. Although he's not leaving it out there very long, and he may be matching it up against the 4th line for Ottawa, Yolonen, Neal, and Hull.
Fisher again to take the face-off against McCauley of the Maple Leafs. Osa and McEachern on the wings for Ottawa. Hoagland and Roberts are the wingers for the Maple Leafs on this lineup. Carverlay and Pilash, the Leaf defensemen. Chara and Redden for Ottawa. 3:28 gone by in overtime. Chara will be back. Gives it to Redden. Rink wide. Falling was Fisher. Now McEachern got it to center. Chara and Redden again. They'll get the puck in. Pilash Joseph went up with a hit. McEachran takes it, picked it loose behind the net, and tries to come out. He's coming out. Play is called because McCauley was checked back there and hit the net, and it came off.
It's a break for the Leafs because it looks like McEachran may be able to wind around in front of the net and get a chance. McCauley got tangled up in the corner right here with Pilash, and then McEachran wins the race, and McCauley slides into the net on his own, and he's lucky he wasn't called for it. But it saved a possible scoring opportunity for McEachran.
3 seconds short of 4 minutes of overtime. Face off. On the net it goes. Tucker got the puck out to center ice. Phillips played it back up to Alfredson. Alfredson pass, went off the glove. Michael moves on it. Dumped it back in his own line, and now the Leafs get the zone. Coming in as Tucker gets set for the play. In front of the net. McGillney tried the shot. He didn't handle the pass cleanly, and he was wide open. Coming in off that left side. Tucker saw him and hit him with it. Tucker takes the puck deep in his own zone. Gets it out. He saw McGillney up there again, but he was covered this time. Cave goes around the goal. McGillney was open. Not for long. Havlat checked him. Tucker is stopped. Again, it's picked up ahead by Chara. And McCabe plays it back in his own zone. Pass to center. Reichel from there shoots the puck in. Over there is Tucker. Tucker picks it up. Here's a chance. Shot. And out comes the lead. And he stops McGillney on another good scoring chance for Alexander McGillney.
Now McGillney has played 16 playoff games without scoring in overtime, but he nearly breaks that little down slump with this shot. As Chara comes out and makes sure if there's a rebound, McGillney's not going to get to it. And Tucker makes a nice cross-ice pass here, but it's up in the air, and McGillney can't handle it. As it bounces, or he'd have had a real opportunity to score. He gets a shot, but a bad angle one.
He's won the face-off, but they back off the puck. That shot by McGillney was the first one in overtime by either side. Ottawa comes up. Arvidsson got it in behind the net. It is centered, but again the net is off behind Curtis Joseph, and that might have been another break for Toronto as Ottawa had control. They line up for the face-off again deep in the Toronto zone. Nearing 6 minutes of overtime. Ottawa on the draw. Carroll a shot. Stopped by Joseph. A bullet to his left pad. Domi just poked it up across center, and then he picked it up and he went in. Dropped it. Corson can't get a shot. Chara was all over him. Ottawa deep in the zone. Bonk pushed it to the line. Domi stopped it again. Domi is doing hell of a work in there now. Gets it back near the line, and a chance for McCabe. Shot on. Stopped by Lalime. Domi doing great work on the forecheck for Toronto. On the shift, he heads off now. Ottawa getting the puck up near the line. But it's back near center. Green couldn't play it very far. Bonk fell. Moved it a bit, though. Now Toronto's Roberts. Pass gets to Travis Green. He's tied up on the play by Redden. Couldn't get loose to go after it. Roberts shoots it the other way. Pinching in is McCabe. Shot it along the boards. That's Roberts putting it back in the net with Corson. Corson got it loose. Then he's covered and knocked down. Ottawa coming out. Arvidsson got the puck up the center, and it's punched in over the line by Bonk. Hoagland coming. Roberts didn't see the pass. Neal didn't see it either. Now it's loose at center ice, and Toronto will grab it. Nearing 7 minutes of overtime, looking for the goal that will win it. Ottawa looking to go up 2-0 in the series. Leafs trying to tie it. That's an icing call against Toronto.
Well, it's going to be tough to talk a referee into a penalty unless he sees one that stops a scoring chance. I watched McCurry tug his pants twice on that one. And then you can see tugged them again when Roberts gave the stick to the Ottawa player coming up the board. So I think the penalties are going to be when you negate a scoring opportunity, as the referees, as much as anybody in this crowd, whether you like it or not, would rather see the teams decide it without their help.
Toronto has had 2 shots. Ottawa has had 1 shot. Ottawa wins the draw. 90, sharp angle. Just pushed it up behind the net. Reichel chopping at it, doesn't get out, but the Leafs get it to center. 2 of them. 2-on-1. Tucker and Green. Tucker elected to shoot and miss the net. Reichel takes it near the blue line. He kept it in, but it's grabbed by Salo and he shot it around his own goal. Now Ottawa will move it out. They get to center. Fisher is stopped there. Put high by an decision. Leafs. The 2-on-1 moments ago. Now McGillney is coming up. Made the move at the line, but he was checked going in by Hossa. And now Ottawa gets it back to center. Through center ice is Brunet. Gets it over the line. Brunet off the boards. McCabe played him and pinned him. Toronto deep in their own zone. Cleared out to the line. Up comes Alan McCauley. Winding up. That's stopped by Lee. He got the rebound out front. And Ottawa is back to clear it. Down to center. McCabe. Toronto getting some chances. Up to center. Puck is grabbed by Ottawa. Pushed back in off the boards. Alfredson didn't see it. McCabe is back there again for Toronto. Alfredson, the forechecker for Ottawa. McCabe comes straight to him. Flipped it across center to Hoagland. Off his leg. Leafs pick it up. They get back on side as Roberts went all the way back with it. Now then, Roberts. Pass ahead. Crowley and Roberts get in. Roberts trying to get in front. He's behind the net. Falls. Roberts can't center it. And the Ottawa Senators have 3 skating away down to center. Jarrett comes up, and he comes in for a shot. That's off the stick and away wide. He had Redding up there right with him. Open turn. Stop. The center ice area. Arvidsson is nailed hard by Roberts. The crowd roars on that hit. There have been some hits, all right, in this overtime. 90 says a word or two to Roberts. The crowd cheers their player, Roberts.
Well, Gary Roberts, who played his junior hockey in Ottawa the same way he plays his NHL hockey in Toronto. Arvidsson, another victim of Roberts.
8:52 gone in sudden death overtime. Shots 36 Ottawa, 30 Toronto. Ylonen will take the face-off and win it. Decision drops it back to 90. To center, to shooting. Joseph Claudette. Keelanch, his defenseman, takes it around the net. Ylonen giving chase. Corson starts up. Pass gets up over center. That's Travis Green with a weak shot. On the net, all right. Lalime, no problem with that. And Ottawa will skate out with it. Clever move to get going through center ice. Backhanded in by Chris Neal. Neal comes up for checking. It's Pilash behind the net, and Domi is on again. Coming up with Corson. High, Domi gets set. The pass. Reichel missed it as he was set up by Domi. Back for Bonk. Bonk made it to the right side. Hard shot by Salo misses. Here's another. That came off a stick and wide. Salo again. And that is just wide. Ottawa's pounding shots now at Joseph. Reichel comes up to center ice and gives it to Domi. Domi shoots it in and heads off. The Leafs are changing with the puck in deep. And here's McCabe, but he missed it. Down to center McCaffrey. Just short of catching up to that for a break. Toronto back out. Tucker to McGillney. Through center ice. Back for McGillney. McGillney gets set. The pass gets by Reichel in deep. The Leafs on it in there. Ottawa trying to clear. Stopped at the line. McCabe is pushed off the puck by McEachern. And the play is whistled in as the Leaf defenseman falls on the puck. They've seen over 10 minutes of overtime now. be Aki Berg coming up. Shot into the zone. Roberts shot at it. McCauley is in the corner to pick it up. Bumped off the puck by Albertson. Ottawa will come out with it to the line, but couldn't clear it right away. They try it again and do get it out now. Berg gave it away at center ice to Brune. In on the attack. Ottawa set. White turned and fell. Up comes Big Chara. Around the goal. Cabernet slow moving to it. Center right in front of the net. And a shot picked out in front. Finally, defenseman Aki Berg. Rolled down the ice. No icing. Waved off. 4-1 of the shots in overtime. Toronto. But we're still going. Leafs are offside. 8:47 left in the overtime. Big giveaway in front of Joseph moments ago, and Aki Berg came to the rescue.
Well, both teams seem not to be sitting back trying to wait for a break. Both trying to create the break. This would be a much more difficult loss for Toronto, obviously, than Ottawa. But Ottawa are going after the win, and so are the Leafs. And we have an entertaining fourth period on our hands.
Face off, won by Toronto. Kay logging a lot of ice time again in this overtime. Shoots the puck in. Sins bring it out. Speeding away to center is Fisher. Arvidsson takes it from him. Gets away from Eriksson. And now Eriksson caught him. Trying to wrestle him to the ice, but didn't. Ottawa get the puck in there and pass it around. In behind the net is Mike Fisher. Fisher, who tied the game for Ottawa. And the Leafs are up 2-1. Sending into overtime. Arvidsson got a back quick shot by Havlat. That was just wide. Domi plays it to center. Travis Green coming up with Corson. Corson takes the pass off the boards, though, and couldn't shoot it. Nardi covers his man behind the net. Fisher slapped at it, got to the line, and Tree sends her up the center ice. It's rolled into the zone by a decision. He's trying to get off as Pilash plays it out across the line to Tucker. Dumped it away and over the Ottawa line, and that's going to be an icing call. Shots were 12-7 Ottawa in the first, 14-9 Ottawa in the second, as Joseph was brilliant. 11-9 Toronto in the third. And now 4-1 Toronto in this overtime. .43 left in the first overtime period. Ottawa trying to go up 2-0 in the series. Games 3 and 4 then for Ottawa in their home rink, the Corral Center. Toronto trying to tie the series before the move. Monday and Wednesday are the next two games in Ottawa. Puck loose at center. Yolonen had to back it up. Ottawa organizing from their own zone. Moving up on the wing, Phillips. Shoved the puck into the Leaf zone. Joseph is out for Pilash, who came back. He lost it against the forechecking Hull. To the boards in the corner, Hull was there. Knocked it loose again. Out front of the net. Shot by Albertson is blocked. Albertson alone! And he stopped this time. What a great chance that was for Albertson, the captain. Pilash, a bit of room for the Russian defenseman. Up over the line, he nearly got in. He does get in, centered it, but it's broken up in front and cleared back down the ice. Aki Berg, the only one back. Whacked back in over the line by Reichel. He didn't look, and it's called on the offside.
Well, Alfredson had a great chance to end it, and it's the wrong guy if you're a Leaf player to give this kind of an opportunity to, as he stays in front of the net, gets the pass, doesn't have a lot of time to get rid of it, but got a shot on goal and forced Joseph into the save. The puck rolls, and then he has to stop it on the backhand, get a shot away on a bouncing puck, and didn't get a lot on it. But Joseph still had to make the save.
Cade again. Backhands it in to the goalie. Levine tossed to the side for Zdeno Chara. Cade stopped it at the blue line. Now it rolls out. He has to try to come back in a hurry. Corson was up there, but McEachern beat him to it. Tossed it up on the right side, and Fox lost it. Chara again. A high one gets in deep. Berg back with McCabe. McCabe takes it back for Berg, and he comes out. Pass down the wing. In goes Domi. Tossed it off the boards and charges in after it. Domi is pinned in there, but Corson comes up. Now he's being held in on the boards by Brunet. Domi tried to get it loose on his skate again. Does, and holds it there. There's his right skate on it. Looking around to make that soccer pass if he can. Now it's loose. Corson fighting off a check. Out front he comes. Ottawa will pick it up as Corson goes down. A race for it at center. Pilash got back. Ottawa have three coming for it. Gets in over the line to Brunet. Shot is high off the glass. Ottawa pounding it at Joseph. He kicks out the right pad. Then makes another stop. And Pilash behind the net. Trying to settle everything down for a moment. Tempo's picking up, if you could believe. 5:30 left to play, and here comes the lead players again. Tucker centered it. And from the line, Pilash has to hurry back because he missed it at the blue line. Backing up Eriksson. Feeds it ahead. Ottawa attack with that. Shot to Joseph's midsection. Juggled that. McGillney tossed it out in front of his own net. Ottawa jumping on it quickly. Centering pass doesn't work. And it's hooked away by McGillney down the ice. Cutler had a notion to go for it. He's heading off. McGillney nearly picked off that Chara pass. Ottawa's up there. Albertson again coming in. Well, that's broken up. And the Leafs come back the other way. McGillney takes the pass. He wants to go in himself. He does. On the far side, McGillney put on the brakes. Shut it up behind the net. Ottawa's back there covering on McCauley. And they get it out down the ice. White tossed it away. And that'll be an icing call against Ottawa. 4:34 left in the first sudden death overtime period. Ottawa trying to take a 2-game lead in the best of 7. They won the first round handily in Philadelphia. Toronto had a wicked series against New York Islanders. They won in 7. At the line, McCabe shoots it right at the shin pads of Brunet. Cawley had to come back with McCabe. Rink wide the pass. Up the center to Roberts. He flipped an easy one in. Back is Redden. Got it on the boards quickly. Ottawa couldn't get by McCabe. But the play is called. Back kept the line.
Pretty sure it was a hand pass as McCabe kept it in with his hand. We'll try and keep those shifts short, but make sure you don't change in a careless fashion and give the other team an unfair odd man rush. Here comes the fourth line for Ottawa, and this will be the second shift in the overtime for the Healy-Wren.
Green is taking the face-off for Toronto. Ylonen can't move. Leafs just dump it down the ice. That's going over the icing line. All that. And bring it up. 3:54 left in the first overtime period. Carolina ahead in their series against the Montreal Canadiens. And they're going for game 2 tomorrow in Raleigh, North Carolina. 7 o'clock, 7:30, I beg your pardon, Eastern Time. That start on Hockey Night in Canada on the CBC network. Ottawa leads this series 1-0. Games 3 and 4, Monday, Wednesday in Ottawa. 7 o'clock Eastern Time to start. Here's a quick shot from the face-off by Hull. That was wide. Ylonen picks it up behind the net. Covered by Green. Green traded away from him. Hull stopped it again. And behind the net, Ylonen trying to come out. He does come out, now backs it up for Neal. He doesn't play it. Hull does. Goes behind the goal, centers it. It hit the side of the net coming out. And right back for McCabe. He's tied up in the corner by Chris Neal. They fight for it in there. You know they're getting tired. Ottawa coming out. Hull shot off the leg and trickled wide of the net. Cleared in front of the goal again. But Ylonen doing great work in the corner for Ottawa. And now Eriksson falling, trying to glove it ahead. Comes back to him. Neal falls on him. and the play has to be called with the puck buried underneath the two players.
Well, that's a break for the Leafs to get the whistle because they were in their own end for 25 or 30 seconds. This line of Yolanen, Hall, and Neal are pretty good on the forecheck, and they can hem you in. They never did get the puck out to anybody in the scoring area, but the Leafs could not handle them physically, and we're happy to get the whistle.
.309 left. First overtime.
Green's going to play 2 shifts in a row here. He's the best face-off man for the Leafs. He just finished the shift with Healy and Wren, and he's going to stay out there and take the face-off here.
Corson and Domi is with him now. Keckern is ready with Bonk taking the face-off, and Hossa, the third forward for Ottawa. Linesman with a word or two. The two face-off people. Drops it for him. Leafs win it. Banked off the boards behind the net for Berg. He has to hurry. Hossa is in there. He stopped it. Phillips pinching in along the boards. This is a quick line for Ottawa now. Green poked at it. It doesn't get out. Long shot gloved by Joseph. He's got to hang on to that as everybody was covered in front. And 3 Ottawa players were moving close.
39-32 the shots in this game. 2-2 the score, and we're 2 minutes and 50 seconds away from the 5th period if no one scores. There haven't been a lot of good chances in overtime.
Green stays on against Bonk on the faceoff. Nobody has changed. I don't know if Green is thrown out. It looks like it. The linesman has said, no, you have to go. He's gone. Corson will move in. This is a big faceoff. They're all so big now. In overtime, in the zones. Corson did a pretty good job against Bonk. And Berg steps up. Toss through center. That's going to be another icing call. It's a shot in. 2:38 remaining. First overtime period in Game 2 in Toronto. Off to Ottawa after this for Games 3 and 4. Monday and Wednesday. Ottawa winning the first game here 2 nights ago, burying the Leafs 5-0. Different game tonight, though. This one is up for grabs.
Well, the Leafs got off to a 2-0 lead after only 8 minutes and a few seconds, and then it looked like they were hanging on and not doing it too successfully in the second period and early in the third. But since then, it's been a pretty even hockey.
Reichel and White on this face-off. One by White. Shot comes from the line. Stop. Big rebound lies there. Nobody can move on it. Bodies fly, though, and the Leafs get away with it. And come to center. McGillney flipped it up the line as he looked like he might step handle in. We'll try to. Ottawa's back to pick it up. And it's out to center ice again. Kane for Pilash. Up ahead to Reichel. He tossed a short pass ahead. Comes back for it. The Leafs on the attack in there. McGillney again. Shot from the line. Gloved easily by Lalime. Not a lot on that shot from Pilash at the blue line, even though he has a good shot.
Get it on the net. It's never a bad play, and in overtime, it's usually a good one. Watch Robert Reichel here do a real good job defensively on the offensive center. Now, you might call it interference in the first period, but you're not going to, as he took Todd White out after the draw was kind of scrambled, and White is the best face-off man for the Ottawa Senators tonight.
Fisher will take this draw for Ottawa. McCauley. Here's Roberts and Hoagland. Face-off one by Ottawa. Roberts forechecking, but Ottawa will get the puck out. Pass to open ice. Moving up is Phillips along the boards. The Cave takes care of him in the corner. Arvidsson comes out to make a move. Around the net he goes. Fires it back to the line. The shot doesn't come right away. Now it's in there. The rebound is set up. Ottawa pressing right here. Arvidsson around the net. Here's Havlat. The dangerous Havlat trying to come out front. He fires it through the crease out the other side. Nobody was up there at the point. good move by Shallow to get back there. Erickson trying to take his man in on the boards. Hamlat knocked it loose. He lost his helmet. Goes after the puck. Was upended. Gets back on his skates. Roberts trying to stop his man along the boards. Leafs having a tough time moving it out. Cave does finally get it out to Hoagland. And Roberts comes up over the line. Knocked it loose. Gets in there with McCall. Pass too far for Hoagland. And it's back the other way for Chris Neal. Down across center. He dumps it in. Out of the net is Joseph. Left up there. He didn't see Neal come up behind him quickly. Yolona is also in there. We are in now the final minute of the first overtime. A shot in by Jody Hall behind the net. Yolona. He's bumped by Roberts. Roberts fell. Has the puck underneath though, and he makes sure nobody is going to move it. 50 seconds left in the first overtime.
This is the 6th overtime game in the playoffs this season in any of the rounds, and all the others were decided in the first overtime, and this is threatening to go to the 5th period.
Travis Green will come back out for Toronto. We'll try the draw against Radek Bonk of Ottawa. Ottawa has the chance here if they can win the faceoff. They're poised. They don't win it. Green continues to shine in that department. On the boards, Redden pinching in. Stopped the first clearing attempt. Connolly fired it to the far side of Pilash. It got out this time. 35 seconds away from another period in this game. Piperin is bumped at the line by Pilash. Bonk is coming up looking for it. He won't find it. The Leafs get it to Corson. He gets it out. A race for it at center. Domi rushing in there. Slapped it away by Chara and comes in after it. It's the goalie Lean coming out, giving it to Redden around the net. Clearing play goes to Bonk. Now to McCaffrey, hopped over his stick. 10 seconds left of this period. Down the ice it goes in the Leaf zone. And it's going to be an icing call with 6.7 seconds remaining in this first overtime period.
A careless icing there by Hossa because he could have taken one more step. He tried to take a little off the flip shot so it wouldn't go over the icing line, but couldn't do it. So the Leafs will get an opportunity here with 6.7 seconds left to win the hockey game if they can win the draw. And Travis Green, who is the best by far at center ice, will try to win it.
He has Corson to his left. McCabe is likely going to be down by the blue line behind him. And McGillney to his right. Ottawa has Todd White trying to beat them all. And he does. Get the puck up on the boards. It's cleared out to center ice. And this game goes to another overtime period to decide a winner.
Well, this has been a pretty good hockey game. Both teams are working real hard. The Leafs with a much shorter bench than Ottawa. And you wonder as the game creeps into the 5th period that may end up being the difference in the two teams.
In the modern day Ottawa Senators, this is their first double overtime game. Toronto has had 15 more than one sudden death overtime period. Toronto is 7-7 all time in double overtime periods. Everybody getting a bit weary now. You know it's been a tough series for Toronto to get this far. Ottawa went out and defeated Philadelphia in 5. It took Toronto 7. And that was a grueling series against the Islanders. Injuries are playing a part, of course, and the game goes on. This one, 2-2. Ottawa trying to get a lead in the series before going home. 2-0. Toronto looks to tie, and they get the first attack shaping up at center. Leafs get it in for Roberts. Sharp angle, took a shot out anyway. Hoagland got in and could not get a shot. Hoagland had the chance, speeding out in front, but it rolled off his stick and easily stopped by Lalim.
Corson, Green, McCabe have had 5 shots apiece, and here's Hoagland, who ends up going to get a pretty decent chance here, but he doesn't get much on it. McCabe's played 41 minutes and 15 seconds, and Redden 34-13. They lead their respective teams in ice time.
Reichel on the faceoff for Toronto. Against White from the blue line. Carbolet shot hit a stick. Kept in by Tucker. Tucker centers it right in front of the net. Lalime down. And he somehow has it. Reichel was left alone. He had to turn around to get a shot. By that time, he was covered.
Well, Lalime wasn't going to let one in along the ice on that play, and Reichel did not with the 360 spin around. Reichel could not get it up in the air as Phillips loses the puck. And there's Reichel, but he's got to turn around, and then he has to slide it. And you can see Lalime, with both legs out, gave Reichel no opportunity along the ice. Lots of room up top, but Reichel couldn't get it there.
Now Reichel on the brawl against Todd White. Wins it, but it goes to the side of the net. And Ottawa will move it out. Sal's long pass gets up to the blue line. Away they go. Shot in by White. Around the net it comes. It's near side. Alfredson tried to poke at it. Leafs pick it up. Tucker gets it out quickly to McGillney. He stops. Whipped it in for Reichel. Off his stick. Reichel comes in slowly. Gets away. From a hit. Tucker skated by the puck. And Phillips brings it away. Pass. Dead on at the blue line. It's backhanded into the zone by Green. Ottawa is changing. So are the Leafs as they come out from their own zone. Toronto up the center. Pilash lugging it in. Hooking up at the line, and Ottawa's Hamlin throws it to the middle to Bond. He gets it in there. Carbolet was waiting. Corson moves up with Domi. To Domi. Off his stick, in deep. 90 back. Here comes Green to play it. But the Ottawa player beat him to it. It's down the length of the ice. Cave plays it to the line. The Leafs smartly through center. Is Domi coming in goal. He falls on the side of the net. Passed up front though. Knocked down to Domi behind the net. Again looking around. Domi trying to get away from the position. Ylonen takes the puck position, takes the man. Ylonen brings it out for Ottawa. They get the center. It's dumped in on Joseph, the stick save. Leafs trying to turn it back quickly. The changes being made, but it's Neal stepping up. He's tied up by McCauley. It's in behind the net. Ylonen and Neal trying to come out. Ottawa forcing the play. Ylonen takes it behind the goal. Can't get the pass away. Now he tucks it back there again. Neal is back. Coming out, wrap around. Tossed away by Berg and knocked away to the line, but not out. Now it's stopped at the far side by McCabe, and he backs up with it. To Roberts. He back passes it. It's fired in wide of the net. Back there is Redden. He doesn't move it out smoothly. Now he does. To center ice. Pilash drops it back. Carbolet takes a look. Nobody open. Gives it away to Chara. He backed it up and takes it again. Big Chara to the line. Down the right side is Hossa. Coming in. The pass for McEachern. Too far. He's in on it though. McEachern trying to center with Hossa. Broken up behind the goal by Pilash. Hossa giving chase. Center it right in front of the net. Goes it down. What a save that was by Curtis Joseph. A chance to end it right there. And Joseph comes up big again.
McEachern was the Ottawa player that had the chance from about 5 feet out after the Leafs got fouled up in their own end on the defensive zone coverage. You can see right here, Hossa to McEachern. McEachern could not beat Joseph. He tried to slide it by him, and Joseph was lying down and made the save. And covered the puck for the faceoff.
What a chance that was for McEachern to win this hockey game. Look at that. And the beat goes on. Toronto do not clear it again. Sal steps up. Gets set to come in on goal. He's got that hard shot. The big rebound. But he cleared out off the boards to center ice. Phillips back to Salo again. Shoots it in high. Bounces down to the corner. He's back to pick it up as McGillney skates away. Out in front of the net, he lost it, but he'll pick it up and come away with it. To Tucker, who dropped it. McGillney trying to get some legs under him, and he lost it. And it's shot from center ice in deep. The Maple Leafs are changing, and 90 has some room to move it. Does that to Alfredson. Picked off by Tucker. He lost it, trying to bat it in over the line to Travis Green. Changes by both teams now. Kay away for Toronto. Dangerous pass got down there past Bonk. No icing. They had to call it off. The Ottawa Senators get the puck out across their own line and down. Bonk is racing in. Fired by McCabe around the net. Domi will be there first. Arvidsson on him, but he got the pass away to Corson. Corson dumped it up over the line and gives chase. Corson is going in on decision. Corson bumped by decision. Fight set off. Decision tries to hold Corson on the boards. He can't do it. Corson gets the puck away to Pilash. Pilash to the line. Long shot. Blocked by Lalim as Hoagland took the one-timer right on the net.
What a nice play by Pilash. He realized that Hoagland had filled in for him on the point. And so he just gave him a neat little backhand pass, and Hoagland got it on the net. I like those guys that, look at this. He's in, he knows Hoagland's there, which was a heads-up play by Jonas Hoagland, and Domi was right there if Lalim had fumbled the long shot.
Ottawa would like to put Toronto in the position of having to win 4 of the next 5 games after tonight. A tall order, of course, for anybody. Ottawa winning the first 5-0, trying to make it 2-0 in the series by winning here in overtime. This is the second overtime period, and Roberts is up for Toronto, dumping it to the corner, comes in after it, takes a little bump from behind, still looks for it. Roberts pushed again by Chara, can't get the puck off the boards. Coley was there too. Roberts lost his chance with Ottawa, moving it to the line. Lonan gets it out across the line. Hall's pass intercepted. Roberts whacked it back to his defenseman, Carverlay. Leaf circle, and they bring it up. It's tipped over the line. McCauley doesn't get there. Round the net, Redden. Ottawa move it down. Carverlay trying to stop his man. Neal slowed him a bit. And now Carverlay away from Neal. Leafs deep in their own zone. Ottawa forechecking, and a high stick made contact, stopping the play. We played 5:22 of the second overtime period.
Well, we mentioned that there have been 6 overtime games. Here's a summary of them. Ottawa was in 2 of them. They lost 1, the first game of their series against Philly, and then eliminated Philly on the other one. New Jersey played 2, and LA and Colorado 1. None of them went into the second overtime, and there's Walter Gretzky, who puts in overtime, going to hockey games, doesn't he?
He hasn't missed an overtime game in his life. Good to see Walter here. He looks terrific, no doubt about it. Leafs are rushing up. Again on the wing. Domi dumped it in all right, but Ottawa will speed back out. They're going hard to center ice. Up over the line. Peckman had it poked off his stick. It's shot back down the ice into the Ottawa zone. Scowl didn't waste any time clearing that to the line, but it was nearly picked off by Corson. Domi is forechecking. Ottawa get it up to Bonk. He just moved it ahead a bit, and the Leafs take it in the center ice area. Eriksson shoots it into the zone. He heads off, as does Domi and Corson. Center ice, Reichel with Tucker. Reichel whacked at it. Comes loose. Back for Reichel. Shot it in. McGillney, the only one had a chance to move. Ottawa in control. Out they come. Through center. Up over the line is Brunet. Trying to pass one in front of Joseph. He's out of the net. Chopped at it to the corner. Albertson up. Reichel slapped it away from him, but Brunet stopped it. Then pass intercepted by Pilash. Got it out to Carverlay. Up to center ice. Carverlay lifting a high one in. And McGillney comes out. The lead tucked it away from the side of the net. And Ottawa will take charge. Wing out slowly. Organized to center. Shot in by White, and they are changing on that shoot in. Toronto back. Center ice in on the right side. Maple Leafs get it in to Roberts. Hoagland made that pass. Roberts covered, and it's back out to center ice again. Bird made the first pass. High one in over the head of McCauley. Chara left it. Phillips, they're going to call that icing against Toronto. They played 7-16 of the second overtime period here in game 2. Shots in the second overtime are 3-2 for Ottawa. Joseph has had the most difficult shot to stop from the scramble. Ottawa. Face off, won by Toronto. Ottawa had a chance. Didn't move on it. Roberts didn't get the puck out. Kept in for Ottawa at center. Fisher didn't control it, but now he will. He and Arvidsson are in tight. Arvidsson dancing away from Green, gets it out. And Berg got a stick in front of that pass. Havlat keeps it in. McCabe comes over hard and backs the puck away. Knocked down by McCabe again and around the net, pulling away from Fisher. Berg brings it out. Long pass picked up. Havlat coming in, and he tried to beat that last man and could not. Chance that was. Coley now. In with Roberts. He dumped it around the net. There goes Reichel. He's flat behind the goal. McCauley trying to move it out. Reichel to Roberts behind the net. Roberts going away. He's all down. Roberts is pinned. McCauley digs it out. Centers it to Reichel. He's all tied up and won't get a shot. Roberts again. Trying to come out. He's stopped back there by Phillips all over him. Sallo's trying to move it. Does. High. And it does get out to center. One-on-one. Ottawa moving up. Neal was stopped by Eriksson. Leafs batted back in. Roberts won't reach it. And Ottawa will pick it up and come out. Roberts trying to get to the bench on a change. Ottawa into some open ice. Ylonen gets set. Ylonen fires right on. Rebound. Oh, and a wide open side was missed by Nighty. Nighty gets behind the net. Jamming it out front. Hit the side of the goal. Back there Ylonen. Ottawa pressing here to end it. On the side of the goal. It's Neal going behind the net. Out comes the net. And the puck goes in. And it doesn't count, of course, with the net off the moorings. And tempers get short now as the game moves on here in the second overtime. We played 8:54. Ottawa coming close.
Now, there's no complaining from the Ottawa players on the ice that the puck went in before the net came off. But this line of Ylonen, Neal, and Hull, boy, they caused some big-time problems on the defensive zone coverage. They're hard to take out. And you can see that the net was off just before the puck went in. As Neal will come around here and get out front. It's off now. And there was no question about the fact that the net was off when the puck went in. No complaints from the team in red. This nearly ended it here. Standing still, a long pass right up the middle. Aki Berg breathing a sigh of relief after that one.
Bonk is on with Green of Toronto on this face-off. Patchwork being done for McEachern. Ready now. Nearing 9 minutes of a second overtime period in game 2. Green wins another one. The Leafs get control of the puck behind the net, though Hossa was in. Toronto trying to move it. Ottawa's forechecking better. Bond put the shot on goal. It wasn't a hard shot. Nevertheless, on goal. Cleared down the ice by Toronto. Won't reach the line. Redden back. Redden around the net. Second time the other way for Bonk. He has to wait. Now Bonk starts away with Green coming in to sweep by him. Chara waits for the pass. Morrison hit him. Puck is out. And Green will shoot it back in. Bounces in wide of Patrick Lalime. Some Leafs have changed. And out for Ottawa. Bonk at center. Didn't hang on to that. He's headed off now. Eriksson back. Gets in front of his own net with the pass. Toronto, Eriksson. Lost it. Not to Alfredson. Yes. He shoots. Right on. Joseph made the save. And then nearly came off the stick and beat Joseph. But he recovered. But that's a big chance for Ottawa. Again, behind the net. Leafs pick it up. Now they bring it away carefully. And down comes Wren. Wren gets over the line. Wren takes a pass. No shot from that side by Berg. It was on his skate. Ottawa back up. Wren got back to center. But it's cleared into the zone by Brunet. Wow, what chances by Ottawa moments ago. And they're in again, stopping the Leafs clearing attempt. Shot on the boards and up down the ice. Coming back hard, Decision. Decision pulling away from Tucker, who was up there on him. Decision gets center and shoots it in. Joseph out, takes a look around. Hooked it hard. It got to McCabe. Michael Lean from there? I don't believe. 6-3 the shots now. Ottawa in the second overtime. 46 total. The Leafs 36. The two goalies sharp tonight. They've allowed 2 goals each, and that's why we're here in the second overtime. Michael won the draw. Quick shot is whistled high by McGillney. Kept in at the blue line. Michael waits for it. He's covered now, but he bats it loose when it did come off the boards, and Tucker rolls over. Tucker leaves it for McGillney. McGillney centers. Tucker hit the goal post. Tucker hit the post. They're still in there around the net. Centering pass. Here's a chance. Pelash nailed it, and he was stopped. Caberlet. Leafs turning it on here. Tucker shot off the goal post. Tucker again. It's batted away down the ice. It'll be icing. But the crowd is buzzing on that last flurry. It was great passing. And Tucker got the shot away that beat Lalime, but hit the post.
Well, the Leafs had 2 great chances to win the hockey game, but couldn't score as the goalpost got in the way of one of them. As they move the puck around nicely, Tucker circles, gets the shot. And he had it by Lalime, but couldn't get it on the inside of the post. And that is the best chance the Leafs have had in overtime.
From behind the net, you see the shot coming by Lalime. He had moved to his right, and Tucker had the open side. He thought he did, but hit the post. He was an inch away from winning the game. 8:38 left in the second overtime period. A game that you would have to say Toronto must win. Face-off won by the Leafs. Domi fanned on the shot. Eriksson misses it. It comes back in the zone. McCabe has to hurry back. Hector right by him. Eriksson's slow pass. Knocked down. Salo. In. Shot. Stop. Joseph. Big right pad save that time on Salo. Here's another knockdown in front of the net. Now Ottawa come back hard. It's a shot from a sharp angle. Joseph looks for it. And Curtis Joseph is holding the fort now. No doubt about that. That was one big save again by Joseph.
Well, the Leafs tried to lob it out of their own zone over everybody's head, and Salo jumped up and stopped it. As Travis Green tries to get it up in the air and out. Salo stops it and gets this shot. Not a great shot, but it's a bouncer. And then the rebound is up for grabs. And the Leafs do not a bad job at all at getting some people back in front to help Joseph. And that is the second giveaway by the Leafs, and here the 5th period by someone trying to lob the puck out of the zone. I think you have to think, we'll take the icing. It's a lot better than the giveaway.
Chances at both ends. First, Tucker off the post. Salo of that shot, and Joseph saw it. Not always easy to pick these shots up with so many skaters around in front. He just screamed that time, too, and saw it and made the right pad save. Shot around the net, Alfredson. The dangerous Alfredson. Twisting and turning down on one knee. Back up, hit the referee with the puck. Still on it. Great work by Alfredson here. It's in on the boards. Cave tries to hold his man. Knocked him down. The puck is loose. Eriksson saw it in the corner. Alfredson. Green on top of him. And there goes Todd White. 4 of them are trying to ring it back out. And McCreary calls the play.
Well, if you don't think that's exhausting work, fighting off a defender if you're an Ottawa forward, or trying to contain an offensive player for 30 seconds, then you haven't played this game. And that's why you're going to see both teams make a complete change. So not all the weariness comes from up and down the ice. A lot of it comes from trying to contain people in your end or get away from people on the other end.
Especially in on the boards where your arms get all the work and get so tired. Now you lose the hand speed. And heaven knows what can happen.
Then you get the puck and you're exhausted, and that's when often you make a play you wouldn't if you were pressed.
Again, another face-off in the Leaf zone. Second overtime period. It'll come to Ottawa. Kara shoots it blocked. Tucker nearly poked it down. We have McGillney up there by himself. Chara got a stick in the face. He's down, and there's going to be a penalty against Tucker of the Maple Leafs. Ottawa with the puck. They're coming in. Hamblad with the puck. Nobody touching him. Chara with the puck. And now in front of the net. And the shot is fired wide. Still the penalty will come only when Pomerleigh touches it. Now he does. Here's the high stick call. And Tucker goes to the penalty box.
He tried to lift Chara's stick up and missed him. Chara went down like he was hurt and got right back in the play and nearly scored. So sometimes, as we've seen this year in the NHL, here it is right here, off his arm and up. It's the fall after getting hit in the face. And Tucker, who didn't mean to do it, but they called that all year long. So the Leafs kill a penalty in overtime.
Referee Don Van Massenhoven close to Tucker when the stick came up. High sticking is the call. 12:43 the time in the second overtime period. All right, here we go. A power play in overtime in this crucial second game of the best of 7.
And the penalty killing has been the Leafs' weakness in the playoffs. So here's a test for that department.
Face off one.
Toronto penalty number 16.
By Toronto.
2 minutes for high.
Shot down the ice. McCabe, Erickson, Corson, and Green. Their responsibility here to try and hang on to Ottawa until Tucker's penalty is done. Let's see what happens. Ottawa's in there. Centering pass. Knocked down in front. It'll be Green. He decides to lug it up the center. Tried to shoot it in and hit the linesman, giving Ottawa a chance to move it as Leaf penalty killers are changing up. And they do move it through center. Alfredson, the quarterback. Supreme for Ottawa. The captain coming up. Rifles it in on the boards to the far corner. It goes and Hamblad was up. Hossa is with him. Hossa gets the puck. Lost it quickly. Kept in though by Ottawa to the corner. Leafs pick it up. Pilash ripped it on the boards. It doesn't get out. Past Phillips at the blue line. Again he tried. Fanned on it. Went down to one knee. Hossa dangerous coming around the net on this play. Out from the shot. That was blocked. Pomerleigh got in front of that. Now it's Hossa getting set to make a play again. From the line, a shot blocked again by McCauley. He dives and falls at center and does a great effort to get it into McGillney. In a goal! And McGillney is stopped by the lead on an exciting play by McGillney and McCauley. What an effort by McCauley, and McGillney nearly ended the game. Still the power play for 30 seconds. Ottawa coming up. Such tension, such excitement here in the second overtime. And Alexander McGillney did one of those patented moves after McCauley made a great effort falling at center and sliced it up to him. And McGillney cut in front and nearly ended the ball game.
Now it's too bad for the Leafs that McGillney didn't get the puck about one step before he did, because when he did get it, you can see he was almost too far. But he did bring it out in front. This guy can cut in from right field. And he does, and he gets a chance. But give Lalime credit. McCauley steps it up. And here comes McGillney. And can't get it over the sprawling Lalime.
But you're right. He can make a short circle in a hurry, that guy. He pulled in front, but he was near the icing line to the left of Lalime.
He can cut in from the washroom.
Here we go. It's still anybody's game because the penalty time is winding down for Tucker. 15 seconds left on this power play. Up steps Sammy Sallow. Down that far side, they get it over the line. Decision cutting in. Shot to Joseph. Big rebound. Covered by the defenseman. McCabe shoveled it in to Joseph to make sure he hangs on. 5 seconds left in the Tucker penalty.
Travis Green, I'm sure, will be left on to take the face-off. He was 25-11 after 4 periods. And the Ottawa Senators, with 5 seconds left in the power play, will go with Fisher, who was 12 wins and 6 losses after 4 periods.
Crowd on the edge of their seats. In this one, a tight one tonight. Game 2. 3 and 4 scheduled for Ottawa, Monday and Wednesday. Face off won by the Leafs. Erickson rammed it hard right away. That'll do it for Tucker. He's on the ice again and heads off to the bench. So they killed off a big penalty here against Tucker of the Maple Leafs. Ottawa's Arvidsson in. Shot the puck to the boards around the net. Moving up quickly is Fisher. Fisher from the corner. Dangerous to come out. Here he comes. Joseph down. And it's behind the net again. Ren moves. Ren goes the other way. And the Leafs. Harry Roberts comes back to pick it up. Skates around the net. Arvidsson, the forecheck to Ren. The Leafs bring it out. Through center ice. Down goes the pass to Ren. Been too far for him. Trying to catch up. He does. There's Roberts after it. He's ducked behind the goal. Healy went over looking for it. It'll be Ottawa picking it up. Roberts comes in with a hard hit. In behind the net. Roberts slow clearing out, so Pilash had to kill some time. Shot to center. Roberts didn't see that. Yolonen turns with it. Roberts bumped him, and now Healy and Roberts get the puck in deep. Reichel moved up on it. Couldn't stop it. Toronto was changing. From center. Nearly a pass picked off at center by Ottawa. Shot in. 4:05 left in the second overtime. Alfredson pass to the center ice area. They're in again. Long shot stopped on the short side by Joseph. Bonk out from the wraparound. Joseph the save. Another shot. That's off the stick and wide of the net. Ottawa coming close. Centering pass is stopped. At the line, Salo winds up. Takes the shot. He had to toss it to the corner. That's Alfredson picking it up. He had a tech runner back there. Alfredson allowed to come out. Gets a pass off in front of the net. The Leafs trying to reach for it. Somehow they get to it and take it to the corner. Pilash, dog tired, moving on it. Bonk trying to hook it away from the boards. They won't do it. Play is called with 3:24 left in the second overtime. But don't tell me these players are not getting tired. 12-4 are the shots now in this second overtime period for Ottawa. They've had 52 shots on Joseph, 50 stops. Lalim has made 35 saves. Knocked down to center ice. Coming up there is White. Gets it in over the line. Posts that turnaround. Wrists it at Joseph. He caught it and held on to it for another face-off with 3:08 remaining.
Well, the Leafs have gone with 5 defensemen, and they've played a ton of hockey, the 5 of them. And for the most part, 3 lines. So if there's an advantage in energy, it ought to go to Ottawa. And it has shown up a little bit in here the second overtime. Not in the first, though.
White and Green square off on this face-off. Comes in front of the net, all right. Cave quietly to the blue line. Backhand pass picked off easily by Ottawa and back in. Cave back in a hurry. Been bothered, though, by White. Puck high, knocked down by White. Shot. Oh, Joseph just moved in time to stop that one. That's another one that was nearly in. Puck shot around the net by McCabe. Chopping at him was Hoagland. Is it out? Yes. It was out. Fired back in on the offside.
Well, Joseph, who's been an awful busy goaltender, being outshot. 53-37, and both goalies have allowed 2 goals, but Joseph has had to make more difficult stops than has goaltender Lalim, and none any more difficult than this one. Kind of a surprise shot, and he just got his left pad on it.
Total of 90 shots in this hockey game now. Ottawa attacking the Leafs again and pressing some more. Arvidsson reaches for it, gets it around the net, comes out front. Falls, stays there, swings at it, misses, and Tucker comes out for Toronto. McGillney made a great move at center. Then he had to back off. Prevented the offside by shooting it in fast. Tucker is up with a hard hit. Hit on the boards. He won't quit. Ottawa back up. Havlat gets over the line and lost it. Eriksson couldn't clear it. Kept in there by Fisher. In on the boards. They fight away for it. Pilash gets it loose. Eriksson moves it up to Tucker. He's covered. Dropped it. Pilash through center ice. He's trying to go in himself. Gives it to Tucker. He dumped it on the boards. And now Pelash is hauled down. Pile up behind the net. McGillney gets it loose. Comes out front. Look out. Gets a shot. Let's stop. Big rebound. It missed the short side. Ottawa coming back. Up the center. A minute 25 left to play the second overtime. Eriksson this time plays the man smartly. And stop McEachran from any dangerous move. Toronto back up. The pass too far. Corson racing for it. It got a stick near it. But it's called back near center ice. A Leaf player has been hurt, and I think a penalty has been called against Ottawa. Is that Pelash over there down, going near the Leaf bench?
Well, McEachran's going to get the penalty. There's 1:12 left in the second overtime. I'm not sure what it is. I think it's a slashing penalty. I don't know where it hit Pelash. But the Leafs have played 5 defensemen. It looks like it might be on the right arm. And here it comes right here. Oh, yes, right across the left hand or the right hand as Pelash got the puck into the middle of the rink. So the Leafs will get a power play, and if they don't score and it goes into the 6th period, they'll have 48 seconds in that period. So let's have another look. There's the slash. And Pelash goes down. He's played a real strong game, and he's been a nice addition to the Leaf defense coming up halfway through the year from St. John's. But he looks like he's in pain now.
Carol Pelash. Bodies flying everywhere on that last series of attack by the Maple Leafs. And McGillney looked brilliant coming out from the corner, trying to end it again. Now a power play for Toronto. Ottawa's already had one. Cawley wins the draw. Powerley steps up. Here comes the shot. No man. He doesn't shoot it. Hangs on. McCabe from the angle fires it in front. It's chopped at the net and hit a leg in front of the net. Now Powerley again. He doesn't like to shoot for some reason. Hangs on to it. Now to Hoagland. He can fire him. Centering pass. McCabe comes up from the point, pinching him. Back out to the line. Another pass for Hoagland. He'll set it up. Carberlay! Wicked shot. He missed. McCabe. Carberlay again. Carberlay was sure that time he could get one through, but he missed the net. Now to McCauley. Carberlay again. Fake the shot. McCabe! Off the outside of the post. Centering pass. And Ottawa will pick it up and clear it out down the ice. 20 seconds left in the second overtime. The Leafs on a power play and coming close. The time running out in the period. Cave got the zone. Ottawa clears it. 10 seconds away from another overtime. And Carberlay goes back out of harm's way. 4 seconds left. McCabe looks at the clock, takes the shot. Lane, one more save. And the horn ends the second overtime. Third overtime period coming up in game 2 of the best of 7 conference semifinal. Ottawa winning 5-0 in game 1. To take a stranglehold on this series with a win here tonight. Just another goal. Pat Quinn has other ideas, of course, to win this one and go to Ottawa for game 3, tied in the series at 1 each. The next 2 games in Ottawa, 3 and 4, Monday and Wednesday at 7 Eastern. Joseph and Lalime in a dandy tonight. Power play now has 47 seconds left on it as they drop the puck. Peckrin is in the box. Leafs start the period with a man advantage. Can they win the game? Moving up. Shot in by McCabe hard. McCauley can't handle it too well. Hoagland behind the net is pinned by Hull. It is kicked loose, hammered at the boards, not out. Kept into McCabe. Winding up, shot, wristed right into the shin pads of his checker. And it's cleared back down the ice by Hall, who made a good job blocking the shot. Coming out Toronto. Carberlay had to turn back. 10 seconds left in the McEachran penalty. So they get this chance, and that's it. Shot in by Toronto. All the way back down. Hoser's racing for it. Hoser's coming in on goal. And Joseph got the pad down to stop that great effort by Hossa. Boy, was he flying. Cleared up on the boards to the corner. Cawley doesn't move it out. Leafs do get it up to Roberts. A 2-on-1. Hoagland is with Roberts. through center ice. Michael made it, lost it. Albertson knocked down, cleared back in over the line, dumped away to the line, and White left it there. Toronto moving up. Shot on the boards to the corner. Back out again. And Tucker had to get back onside. He did. Comes into Lalime. Round the net, Salo. Corson stopped that. Corson poked it to the corner again. Green comes up for Toronto. In around the net is Domi. Domi trying to get it loose. He knocked down and then took Albertson down. There's Corson. The shot from a sharp angle. Domi comes in hoping a rebound would be there. It was not. Lalime hangs on to that.
Well, Hossa had 2 chances to end this game, and Roberts won. Here's the last chance by Hossa. He gets in all alone. Tries to go between the legs of Joseph. The 5-hole was there, then it's gone. Roberts, who's one of 3 lead forwards without a shot on goal in this game, and he still is without one as he slaps one, trying to go high, wide of the net. And Hossa had another chance just as the penalty was ending. And McCabe just hooks his stick a bit, and that gives Joseph a chance to get that right leg out.
Chances all over the place. Ottawa wins the draw. Dangerous move by Salo, though. At the line, Pilash can't stop it, but Gilney missed it. Ottawa circles. Coming down the wing, Havlat. Flipped it before he hit the blue line. Ericsson's back quickly, turning. Poked it ahead near center ice. Tucker didn't see the pass. Tipped back in by Ottawa. Pilash coming back to recover. Yes, Fisher coming in after him. Turns to fool him and go the other way. Michael got the pass up. McGillney tries a long high shot. It's wide of the Ottawa net. Sends back to pick it up, and they're out again. Yolonen straight to center with Arvidsson shooting it in. He's headed off. Up comes Yolonen. There's Reichel. He saw McGillney open. Picked it up onto his stick with a skate. McGillney gets the line. Lost it trying to stick handle by the 2 defensemen. And Ottawa will bring it back out. Down through center they come. Up over the line is Hull. Coming in on goal on the backhand. It is centered, cleared away by Corson, but not out of the zone. It gets to the line, still not out. It'll be picked up by Domi. He gets it up to the line. Goes in. Here's Green. Couldn't handle that pass. Chopped it to the corner where Domi was waiting. Fired it off the side of the net, and again he centered it. Knocked down Corson. Shot through the crease. Ottawa flip it out. Got by Pilash at the blue line, and Domi tried to bring it back in. And it's called on a hand pass, I think. No, there's an injured player at the far side. That's Neal, and who's down, and what happened, we don't know.
They haven't moved, and that was the offside call as these 2 guys were lying just down from the Leaf bench after they piled into each other and made no attempt to get up. I don't think either one of them are hurt. Corsons wants to whisper something in his ear. But the Leafs had a couple of chances, but none as nice as the Hossa chances were. They might be given penalties here, 2 apiece. Here's the hit by Neal on Corson. So they're both going to the box, so we're going to have some 4-on-4 hockey here.
This is it.
This is it?
This is it.
Toe Blake told you never to predict. He not say to you once, predictions are for gypsies?
Gypsies do that. I don't do that. Well, all right. A lot of these players have played their hearts out tonight. Look at that. Over 40 minutes, Chara and Redden. 50 minutes by McCabe. 45, Copperley. Pilash, 41. My goodness.
Practice is canceled tomorrow, I can guarantee you that.
Third overtime. And 4-on-4 hockey. Miners to Corson and Neal. Nice now. A little more room out there. Chara was there at the side of the net. He allowed the forward to pick it up, and Hossa turns back. He has Bach with him. Hossa wants to come out. Forced to turn back a second time. Cauley nearly took it off him. But now he gets it out over the line, but now he's stopped. He was checked at center by Pilash. Out for Toronto. They get the zone now. The 4 of them go in. Cave tossed it up on the glass. McGillney was in to knock it down. It'll be Redden who tried to move it out. Now he does to Chara. He's been forced to move it by McCauley and does get the line. It's broken up, and McGillney has some room. One man is back. McGillney comes in, shoots. Good save by Lalime. McGillney saw the man come up on his left, McCauley, and hoped that would be a good chance for Lalime to watch him, and he tried to go in on the short side.
Well, McGillney saw that McCauley was covered on the rush, so he hoped that Lalime would not be able to completely disregard McCauley, and he gets a good shot away that went by Phillips. And McGillney scored some goals in this league from here before, but not this time.
Face off. One by Toronto. Toronto scored! Roberts ends the game, and the Leafs have tied the series. One apiece. 4 minutes and 30 seconds into the third overtime. The face-off in the zone. Gary Roberts with the chance. His first shot on goal in the game, and his biggest shot of the night. Leafs won it 3-2, and the series is tied at one apiece. Wow, what a night in Toronto.
Right off the face-off, we've seen much better chances to score by either team in this game and in the overtime periods. But Roberts jumped on a face-off that kind of was won by no one and snapped it by Lalime for his first shot and first goal tonight. No one wins it. It sits there, then Roberts drags it out of the crowd and just lets the shot go as it goes right by Sammy Salo, and he may well have screened Lalime on the shot. Reichel will get an assist on it, and there's the shot. Right through the legs of Lalime.
Well, it's been quite a night. A third overtime. Penalties were called in the third overtime. They got to play 4-on-4 hockey. And Roberts gets a shot on goal and wins the game.
Nobody won the faceoff. It sits almost on the dot for a few seconds. Then Roberts pulls it away from the